presented by GhostBed.com.
Yeah, welcome to this early morning of Drinkin Bros podcast. Talking stonks today. Stonks. If you listen to Ross Patterson Revolution, you know that I've been talking about AFC and the death of movie theaters. Well, I said about a month ago that they were about ready to go bankrupt, and they were going to run out of money on January 26th. They got bailed out by $1 billion last night. I don't know who the company was, but the hashtag Save AMC was trending all morning long, and people want to save theaters. So we've been keeping an eye on the stock and what it's doing here, and it's exploding. A lot of people are getting in on the excitement. Now, is it because of the GameStop thing that happened in the last, 3 days? Was that 3-4 days ago that started with GameStop?
It was like last Friday.
Yeah, GameStop was what, $1?
No, so you could have got in on GameStop at $5, in 2019 with like Michael Burt, but I think it was around $30 last week. Yeah.
Oh, $30 last week. That's not bad at all. What's it at today?
Today, GME is at, let's look, Rob.
Yeah. It's growing so fucking huge.
$269.
It's $269. It is up.
$69.69. That just can't be a coincidence.
Boom. It really can't be a coincidence. Is it up 121 points just today? Is that what I'm seeing today? That's what it looks like. Yeah. That is unbelievable. I remember it was at 71 yesterday, and then Elon Musk got on and said, game stonks. And then it shot through the roof and went from 70 to about 140. It's at about, it's 269.69 right now today.
What's today, the 27th?
Mm-hmm.
I guess it opened at 354.83.
No way.
So it's dropped a bit.
What is that, 3,000%? I mean, what's your total take home off of that? 3,000%? There's a lot of people online who are just showing their GameStop accounts, and they've got like $400,000-$500,000 in there. We tried to get to the bottom of this, and we thought we'd do a show this morning while the opening bell is open. Because look, we bought AMC. Full disclosure here, because we want to save the movie theaters.
Exclusively, that's it. That's the only reason.
It's the only reason. We want to save the movie theaters.
Go to the movies.
Talked about it on Ross Patterson Revolution again yesterday with Clayton Crawford's new movie, The Killing of Two Lovers. Was in Sundance last year. Got a deal with Neon. They're holding out on the release date because they want to go to theaters. They don't know when those are going to be open. Now, if you believe Joe Biden is coming in saying, hey, man, we're going to give you 1.5 million vaccines a day, that means theoretically in the first 100 days of his presidency, you'd be looking at somewhere in the 100 to 150 million range of vaccinations. That'd be enough to go back to the movies, wouldn't it? Like, that'd be plenty to go back and see Fast and Furious 19. I'm not sure how this affects the Warner Brothers deal with like HBO and whatever, because whenever I see like Superman 84, that was over Christmas. Now they said, hey, we're still going to theaters and it'll be day and date. I don't know what theaters that actually went to, but it did. It went somewhere, even though you could watch it on your TV. But we want to bring movies back to theaters. I want to go back to the big screen and get romanced again. I've been going to drive-ins all summer long, right? Taking my kids. It's all like old movies, which is sweet. Like, I love the Goonies and shit like that. Huge fan. But I would also like to see new movies on the big screen. I'd also like to create new movies. We started off making movies, and we haven't been able to the last couple years because it's like, unless you have somebody massive in it, what's the point? Where's it going to be sold to? Because everything right now is going to streaming, as far as like Hulu or Netflix and all that stuff. We're here to save the theaters today. Let's bring it back, baby. AMC stock today is it's up about 174%. which is nice. I like to see that.
Been dropping since it opened, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, so that's going to happen, right? It's going to be all the guys who shorted AMC, GameStop. They're trying to make their money back. They're trying to cover their asses. So they got into after hours trading yesterday, early hours trading today.
Right.
And now they're just pulling out.
So, like, in your opinion, because you guys go through all these stocks all the time, what typically happens in situations like this? Like, what happened in the GameStop situation? What was the day that really took off and it was just like, holy shit?
I believe it was last week.
Last week?
Thursday or Friday.
Thursday or Friday?
Yeah.
And who started that? Because everybody's saying it was Wall Street Bets on Reddit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you believe Reddit, the next one to go up was AMC and then BlackBerry for some reason.
Right. So this is a list of the companies that have the most hedge funds like shorting their stock. Mm-hmm. They just kind of attacked all of those companies. So,
because one of them went bankrupt today, right? Melvin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think so.
They lost like $3.5 billion on this.
So the list right here, we got obviously GameStop was the biggest. Bed Bath & Beyond.
Why Bed Bath & Beyond?
Retail.
Really?
They're just shorting a lot of retail companies.
Well, it's also
Feel free to put the camera on, you guys.
It's not just that. It's that these are all like memes to them. They're funny companies,
right?
Right. It's
right.
funny to make money on Bed Bath & Beyond. It's funny, like BlackBerry, for example, is a specific kind of meme or like theme for them because like that's what bros fucking loved and traded on in like 2008, 2010, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's like why that instead of, whoever owns like Popeye's chicken, right? There's like specific things like Bed Bath & Beyond is like a joke in some movies. BlackBerry is like bro connected. GameStop is a common joke or like theme in like memes and shit like that on Reddit where it's just like making fun of GameStop workers or like making fun of
here is
like
a
losers who go to GameStop, like
a list of hedge funds most shorted stocks: GameStop, Bed Bath & Beyond, Fubo TV, SunPower, AMC Networks, Tootsie Roll. It's not just the joke. It's these are actual, like, there's a legit reason behind it.
I don't know, though, because like somebody was saying Blockbuster, people were buying up shares of Blockbuster. I was unaware that Blockbuster was still a publicly traded company. But when I heard it, I was like, I think they switched to maybe some type of streaming thing. So if they have a platform and they have a stock, couldn't you just game the system and get a fucking bunch of money from Blockbuster? I don't know what they would do with it. I know a Blockbuster rep yesterday says we're looking into it. What's that?
There's only one Blockbuster left. It's in Oregon.
Is it? Yeah, but I believe they moved on to a streaming service, right?
Probably, right?
Yeah.
I have no idea, but they have no infrastructure for that or whatsoever. The only thing that's valuable from them right now is the name, and I guess that's kind of cool. I would pay $100,000 for Blockbuster.
$100,000 from Blockbuster
For the name.
Yeah, I remember. I remember in LA we were doing a movie and National Lampoon's was going bankrupt. You know, that whole National Lampoon's Vacation, European Vacation, all that stuff. And they were going to sell us their name to put on the movie for $25,000 because they were going bankrupt. And they were like, hey, you can put the National Lampoon's name on this and go nuts. The problem with it is there was like 4 or 5 dudes that were still kind of there. We didn't really know who owned the name and all that stuff. Like, it got real dodgy towards the end. But look up the Blockbuster stock. I think that is still active, by the way. I think Blockbuster is definitely still active.
So yeah, right now AMC's back to around $11, $10. It's pulling back.
Yeah.
I'm not a financial advisor, obviously.
Sure.
Clearly, I'm a moron.
Yeah, we're all idiots.
Yeah, we're as the Wall Street Bets community would say, we're autistic.
Yeah,
we're autist.
Is that what that's what they call them, huh?
Big time autist army.
That's a fun thing.
Bit of overlap, I'd say, with 4chan and Wall Street Bets in terms of terminology.
Tagline, Wall Street Bets tagline is 4chan meets Bloomberg Terminal. So I don't know. We're not going to give you financial advice, but clearly everyone's covering their asses right now. Might be a good time to get in.
Yeah.
Not Tony too.
Sure.
But
Sure.
Wouldn't be the worst idea.
Yeah. It might be. And hashtag Save AMC is trending on Twitter right now. So it is currently the #1 trending topic in the world. So people are amped about saving movie theaters, guys. And I think we should get on board here. I bought some this morning, you know?
I just bought another 500.
There it is, baby! Stonks! Where do the name Stonks come from?
It's just a meme.
I know, but it's who did it? Like, it's fucking hilarious.
Who can really say where a meme
That's the
originates?
thing, man. Like,
Reddit is where everything starts.
right?
So
It seems like a lot of times it comes from either like a funny typo or someone just like purposely being autistic. You know what I mean? Like doing like, oh, let's read stonks, like that type of thing. So I'm guessing, you know.
Oh, is that what we are in the world today? I mean, because my wife, what did she say today? Because on the way to work, I told her, I was like, hey, hon, I just bought a bunch of AMC stocks. I want to save theaters, right? Clearly, I'm no financial guru in the stock market. Just a fan of movies, you know, just a fan of theaters, the silver screen. And she texted me this. I love this new sim game that has been uploaded, and I'm all in. It does feel like we're living in a sim world with all this shit.
What it feels like is that not only are we living in a sim world, but somehow the way we're like this has proven between memeing Donald Trump into office and memeing GameStop up 1 billion%, like proving that the stock market is completely fake. We're going to find out we live in a simulation by memeing our way out of it.
Yeah, and that's kind of all I want to see. And again, I want to point out we are not financial advisors. I would highly recommend to not take my advice on anything. We drink a lot on this show. My co-host does a lot of drugs, obviously, but yeah, we are definitely not financial advisors. However, we did buy a lot of AMC. Again, we want to save the movie theaters. We want to save the screens today. And that's what I enjoy. So, you know, when I woke up this morning, I did it. And then when I was leaving the house, I popped on CNBC Squawk Box, a little squawk on the street. By the way, I'd love to have Jim Cramer on the show. I think that'd be dope as shit. Bill Schofield said Reddit is just running a pump and dump shop now. Why not? Was Reddit built for anything else other than that and porn? I think we're good. Like Reddit is living up to its full intention. If you had any intention of Reddit being better than that, good luck.
Apparently, it's impossible to buy AMC stock on Robinhood right now.
There's the drop, right? Because a bunch of these things were going through Robinhood, and then other people are fucking idiots, the same as us. They accidentally bought AMC Networks this morning, so that was up about 20% as well, which is awesome.
And if you look at it right now, it's just going to be a complete roller coaster. If you get in right now,
yeah.
I was just down $400. I'm now up $200. So like, it's all over the fucking map. Like, welcome to the show, pal.
Yeah. Welcome to it, man. Again, I'm not because I tried to think of this in a way that was like last night, like on the way home of like, all right, what does this mean for our society, our world? All this other shit. Because let's say this becomes a thing, right? With GameStop and AMC, and you can't see behind the camera right now, but these junkies are fucking buying, selling shit all the time right here, and I love it. That's the beauty of all of this. But I've wondered this for years, especially after seeing movies like The Big Short and all that stuff. I've had now look, full disclosure, I've had stocks over the years for sure for 20 years, right? Off and on. To when I felt was appropriate. When I got out of the market was right around when the pandemic was starting. And I was like, oh, shit, I don't know what's going to happen here. And I'm not one of those people who felt bad that I didn't get back in because I was like,
because it flourished.
Yeah.
It thrived.
Well, I used the money for something else. So we ended up investing in like real estate. So I was like, all right, cool, man. And it was just too big of a risk. I'm not a risky like financial guy by any means. So I'm not going to sit here and not only tell you what to do with your money, but I don't also like buy Lambos or fucking throw cash at like bullshit. Like I would love to do that, obviously, but you're not there yet. And I don't know what that dollar amount is, but on the way home, I was thinking this. I was like, all right, you know, you look at the movies like The Big Short and all this shit. They've been fucking over normal Americans for years and years and years. So have the banks. You know, it is no secret on this show, my problem with getting like home loans and shit like that over the years, simply because what I do for a living. You know, all the banks, Bank of America in particular, which is still my bank, literally because of proximity, nothing else. But they would ask me like, hey, well, what's your next movie going to make when it comes out? I don't know. Well, can't give you a loan for that house. What's your next book going to do? I don't know. I really can't tell you that. I was like, so far, so good over the years. And there's a long track record of that. And they were like, yeah, but what's the next thing going to make? I don't fucking know. Therefore, when I heard this shit about GameStop and everything else, all I thought to myself was, fuck all these guys. Fuck all the banks. Fuck the government. Fuck everyone else. Pelosi and her fucking husband have been doing this for years and years. Everybody in Congress. Fuck. Who were those two Republican dipshits during the pandemic that were doing this, selling shit before all this happened? Like,
it was. I think there was a couple of Democrats in on that too. Where the
yeah, there was a bunch of people.
But it was
a bunch of fucking politicians.
Richard Burr.
Oh, Dick Burr. That's right, from North
Carolina.
Carolina.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he was one of them.
The probe ended on May 26th for all senators except Richard Burr, who has since been served multiple warrants. But yeah, so basically it was kind of sketchy what they bought right as COVID-19, right as they got briefed on COVID-19. It was like him, some other Republican woman, I think, and then Dianne Feinstein was one of them too.
Yep.
Although at the same time, like,
feel free to cut back and forth on your guys' camera, by the way.
At the same time, like, they pay really smart people to handle their money.
Yeah.
So a lot of smart traders this happened in like February, like they would have been on COVID by then. The traders would have. Like, people handling large sums of money were already like well aware of COVID.
Yeah.
Also, my apologies for the delay between cuts. Currently trading right now.
Ah, look at that. That's the world we live in. I love it. Ivan Huerta says, this GameStop meme will be a movie one day, and I'm going to watch it at an AMC theater after it's saved.
That's the Big Short, too.
That's the best comment of the day, Ivan Huerta. We're proud of you. A lot of people are asking why Drinkin' Bros is so early. It's just a bonus show today, nothing else. We'll still be live this afternoon. We had also a great interview last night with the meat eater, Steven Ranella, and that's going to air on Sunday night at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. But this GameStop thing is kind of taking over the news. It's kind of taken over the world, and me personally, you know, I know the Robinhood is an app, but it really does feel like the story of Robinhood, of like these fucking dudes on Reddit who are stealing money from the rich and giving it to the poor via these weird fucking stock tips and all this shit. I have no idea what to make of it. I've never seen this happen in my life, but I'm also not against it either. Because I've always wondered, what if everybody just got together and bought one stock at the same exact time? What would happen?
That would be a direct violation of Section 9.
Well, GameStop, it clearly happened, right? So what happens with that? What's the Section 9 with that?
So here it is right here.
Yeah.
For the purpose of creating a false or misleading appearance of active trading in any security other than government security, or a false or misleading appearance with respect to the market for such security, to affect any transaction in such security, it's pretty much saying you cannot come together as you can't plan to buy it all at the same time.
But isn't that what politicians and all those assholes have been doing for years?
Oh, they
and
do
years
it all
and
the
years?
time.
Yes.
Yeah, so you would think
what's different, I guess, about it?
Yeah, and I don't know why it would be okay for like a hedge fund trader who deals with like hundreds or thousands of people's individual accounts or something like that to be like, well, I'm going to use all these accounts' money to buy this, and then the stock will go up, and then they'll make money.
You definitely can as a broker.
Yeah,
if you have a license, you definitely cannot give insider trading tips.
No,
I guess.
But you can but if you're managing like hundreds of different people's accounts, you can take all those accounts and buy shit at the same time, right?
Yes. So
I don't know.
Well, here's the deal. When I was in LA and we were doing a lot of stocks at that time, there was a lot of IPOs that were hot, right? And as soon as these fucking things come out, they go through the roof, and everybody wonders, dude, why couldn't I get in on that? And then they would start trading it maybe like for the Gen Pop for like real people, like 3 o'clock in the afternoon or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and all that shit. But by that point, it had already gone up 30, 40%. The investors have already made their money, and chances are they sold out of it once they did that, you know? That used to happen all the fucking time. And if you knew somebody at one of these brokerage houses that had, you know, a lot of money and a lot of clients, you could get in on these IPOs and do the same fucking thing. My question is, why is it different now for people on Reddit? You know, why is it different for normal Americans to get together and do this? Again, I'm not fucking endorsing it. I'm not a goddamn financial advisor.
This is essentially class warfare.
That's what it feels like.
That's what it is right now.
It's what it feels like. And so let's say this AMC stock goes through the roof, right? Because the Save AMC is trending all day long on fucking Twitter and all this shit. I bought a bunch, whatever, right? Then what? Do you move on to something else? Because that'll be GameStop and AMC in the same week. And then...
So yeah, what they're doing is they're essentially going to these companies that hedge funds shorted the fuck out of. Mm-hmm. Going to those hedge funds, robbing them at gunpoint, and then just kind of I don't know what, it's unprecedented. It's never been done.
Yeah.
So I'm sure the SEC will eventually crash down on this.
I guess, but it's a blast to watch now. And we thought we'd go live and do the show here. The Poos is saying you got to be an accredited investor to get the IPO goodness. That is correct. So, you know, we had some high up friends and the land of Hollywood who would get us in on these things. There was a minimum. They'd be like, hey, man, you got to put like 20 to 30 grand or whatever. And then you can only sell past like noon, right? Because once the IPO dropped, you know, it would go up 30, 40%. They wanted to make sure that they could keep the accounts even or however the fuck that worked. Some friends of mine just stuck in it like, dude, because we got in on Facebook was one of them. Facebook was one of the very first ones, Twitter, all that shit. The problem is with most of these IPOs, they drop heavily like a month later. And then, you know, usually about 6 to 9 months when you figure out what the company actually is, it starts to go back up. That happened with that Chinese from Alibaba as well. Everybody was trying to get in on that. Facebook and Twitter. Now, Twitter was a different story, man. Twitter got as high as like, 70s. I want to say it opened up around 30 or 40. It ended up going like 70s, 80s, and then dropped in the toilet to like 8.
Yeah, but it's not a meme that Elon Musk retweets.
Correct.
So.
But here's the weird thing about it, right? If you don't have Donald Trump, is there a Twitter? Is there a company? Is there a whole fucking thing? Like, I don't know. So why is that real investing? I guess is my real question, right? An accident happened where a guy came out and a reality star ran for president, won off of a social media app, and their stock exploded. That's a fucking accident, man.
Yeah, but Twitter was great before Trump too. It was actually probably better before Trump.
The app itself?
Yeah, the
I
actual
agree.
app, yeah.
I agree. Look, there wasn't you know, a bunch of fucking censorship.
And it did win the new app award in 2007 South by Southwest.
Yeah. Look,
2007.
for politics aside, Twitter is fucking great, dude. Like, best memes, fastest news there is, all that stuff. Once they hopped on board with politics, like once everybody got involved in politics, like, dude, it was a nightmare. Now it's just a fucking echo chamber for the left. Chris Leaders saying, I would love for Robin Hood to wine and dine me before I get railed, hopefully on a ghost bed. I like that. Jason Clutchy says, bought Roku when it debuted around 25, sold at 44 like a complete moron. Roku, I will say this. So all my TVs are smart TVs, and they're all Rokus because it is the easiest fucking remote on the planet. Roku is currently at $400 today. Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, a lot of these apps are crashing. Obviously, everyone's getting in the mix. It's kind of hit the mainstream. Once it hits the news cycle,
Yep.
That's how you know it's, you know, almost over. However,
Really? Is it over? Is that where it keeps going?
It's not over yet. I'm saying like we're almost at the climax. So again, this is a classic pump and dump, at least for me. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a moron.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just seems like there's some sketchy shit going on with some of these apps, and the market right now, like being able to buy stuff right now.
Okay, great. So that's a great point. Is it the apps, or is this the market and the SEC coming in and saying, hey, man, shut these fucking apps off? Because a lot of these things that people are talking about here, I haven't heard. Robinhood, I haven't heard of Webull. A lot of people are using that. And then Cash App. You were saying you use Cash App to buy stocks
for
now.
like quick stuff, right? So you can't buy puts or options. You can't short anything, but you can buy stock.
Okay, can you buy it like pre-market, aftermarket,
No,
or just during current market value? Okay. So Cash App
it's
allows you
quick.
to do that.
Same with Bitcoin too.
But who owns Cash App? Amazon.
Yeah.
So
No, actually. Yeah, I don't know who owns Cash App, but
pretty sure it's fucking
Is it Twitter?
Amazon. Yeah.
Twitter officially owns Cash App and PayPal.
Square
backs it.
Inc.
Oh, Square Inc. Okay.
So,
yeah. So Twitter owns it? Yeah. Either way. What the fuck? What are we doing? All your stock prices are going through Twitter. If you just type in $sign in the symbol of that stock, all of these are going through Twitter. Everybody's using Twitter for trends and all that other shit. And now they own the fucking app. AMC's up to what, 1460 now?
and then meanwhile you have Congress kind of cracking down on Bitcoin right now.
Yeah.
They're
Why? Why is that?
Because they're afraid of it.
But aren't they afraid of all of this? Because it takes away their power.
Yeah, but it's old people who don't really understand technology, and they're like, oh, it's used for illegal activities, so that's what they're kind of going with. It's like you could have ran with that maybe in like 2012.
Right.
But by 2021, it's like Bitcoin's almost like socially acceptable. Like there's places that take it everywhere. You
Oh,
can
yeah,
pay
yeah,
for
yeah.
stuff in
My
Bitcoin.
bookie's one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't really, again, I don't think you should be able to hold office after like age 55, but whatever.
Yeah. Kreger's is saying he's on Cash App, and it's really slow right now. Robinhood, Jacob Nichols said he's put in $100 on AMC to buy, and it's pending. So clearly, man, somebody's trying to slow this shit down.
Yeah. Luckily, I got in at around 8:30, put about $1,000 in AMC.
Yeah. Look, it was one of those things. Again, this was such a huge story with GameStop. We thought we would do it and then just go live on air this morning and see what happened with it. Me personally, dude, I just love the movies. I love theaters, and I'm a big fan. Behind the scenes here, there's a lot of looking at screens and phones back there. When you typically do shit like this, because this is what day traders do, right? It's a lot of just like, oh, let's get it to that $1 and then get the fuck out of there.
My old roommate actually quit his job, and he just started day trading.
Did he really?
Yeah, he's killing it right now. He's doing great.
Is he?
He was early on GameStop. He's just locked in. So I got the information on AMC about like 4 days ago.
No shit.
So I bought a little AMC, kind of dipped my toe in. I regret it. I got in at like $4.
Yeah.
I wish I bought it. Like I put the $1,000 then, not today, but whatever.
Yeah, man. Let's see. Ivan Huerta says Wall Street halted those stocks, so I don't think it's the apps. I don't know if we can confirm that or not, but yeah. Somebody's saying be careful about saying purchase on AMC. We have no fucking idea, dude. I have no idea about any of this shit. We're just following the GameStop thing this week. That story's been massive. Everybody's looking for the next thing. And then you have these weird people that pop up online. I remember when the Big Ten football was out and they weren't coming back. There was a guy on Twitter, same thing, man. His name was Sir Yachty, or Sir Yacht. And he was the only one who claimed to have inside sources that the Big Ten football was coming back. He was giving specific dates and times and all that other shit. And you were like, oh, great. And I ended up following this dude, and none of it was correct. So I have no idea what I was doing other than like hope and belief. And I think a lot of people are doing that now. There's another guy named Zach Morris on Twitter who was talking about AMC all day yesterday and today, and he's got like a massive following. He's got like 300,000 subscribers.
Okay, so according to Twitter, a lot of people are saying that the stock exchange is kind of freezing some of the like AMC, and there's just a lot of shady, sketchy shit going on.
This is all hearsay, all rumors and shit. But like, there's people saying like the Chicago Board of Exchange telling every broker to freeze GME and AMC.
What's GME?
That's
Oh,
That's
GameStop.
Yeah.
Okay.
BB, BlackBerry. Just anything, again, all these companies
How
that were
is
shorted.
that, but how is
Apparently
that legal,
they're-
though?
it's
it
not.
shouldn't be.
So
But-
why are they able to do it, but normal Americans can't go out and do shit like this?
Money, dude.
Yeah,
They have the real money.
What the fuck?
This is a little bit terrifying.
Again,
Yes, yes. All of this is terrifying.
this is straight class warfare.
yes.
And are we teaching like other countries how to fucking like fuck up all our 401ks and shit like that? Like the ramification. This is Pandora's box.
This is why I wanted to do the show today. If you look at what happened during the election, right? And it was manipulated by, and I fully believe China and Russia on both sides, by the way. There's bots. If there's a bad Republican story, jam it to the top, get a bunch of bots in there and fucking tell everybody the world's crazy and evil and all that shit. Trump is bad. Same with Democrats. Hillary's the fucking devil, her emails, all this other shit. I believed maybe, I would say 50% of this, right? As this was going on in 2016. And I kept thinking, all right, this is other countries doing it, but then Trump won. Now we had a game plan for it, right? So then when he came to the 2020 election and then fucking Facebook wouldn't do advertising for political campaigns and all this other shit, the media wouldn't cover it. Trump couldn't use his social media anymore the way that he did to win the 2016 election. I thought that was dangerous, right? Because you're kind of limiting social media and everything else. Now, if you're watching GameStop this week and these other stocks, this is another perfect play for like a China or a Russia to come in and be like, all right, great. Let's run up the fucking markets and ruin all this shit.
Yeah. Why not just start immigrating hundreds of, maybe thousands of people here, bankroll them to just like do weird stock shit? Or, I mean, probably don't even need to come here, anything like that.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, what's to stop any of that from happening? And then if it does, what's the message you're sending by saying, hey guys, we're going to halt the stocks because our clients are losing money? Like, I mean, it's all fucking bullshit, man. This is going to be a crazier fucking story, man. I think we're just at the fucking tip of this iceberg. Like, the Titanic's going down soon.
Yeah, I'm super excited. Actually, I'm kind of hoping for the Titanic to go down because taxes next year are going to be a bitch.
Oh, yeah?
Especially if we make a little coin this week.
Yeah, right. But I mean, dude, this is class warfare. I'm kind of rooting for the people on Reddit. Is that fucked up? Like, I'm rooting for all of them.
Why would you cheer for the hedge fund?
I know.
The guys that are actually shorting companies, hoping for business to fail, you're gonna cheer for those guys?
Yeah.
No.
It feels like I'm choosing between the Mujahideen and the Soviets here.
Yeah.
I'm cheering for the trolls.
I guess for now I'll cheer for Bin Laden, but I don't know how far this is gonna come back around.
Memes save the country, all right?
Memes saved the country. And even, look, when Elon Musk tweeted out that thing about GameStop last night, GameStonks, it went up from 70 to 140. It doubled. There was a rumor going around that hedge fund, Melvin, that had gotten just blown out of the water by this. They lost, $5 billion. That they had shorted Tesla back in the day, and this was Elon Musk. His revenge. All of this is speculation. We have no idea here. But it's fun to follow live on air, and we're like, shit, man. I've never seen anything like this happen, so let's see what happens today.
Also, Stephen Cohen, the owner of the Mets, one of the owners of the Mets,
Yep.
he's a venture capitalist. He's just kind of going back and forth with a lot of people on Twitter these days, just because he's shorted a bunch of these companies.
Oh, really?
So
How is that a
could,
thing? Like, he owns a fucking baseball team.
I know, but like,
Wait, are we fucking up the Mets right now?
we are currently
Bye, motherfuckers.
buy AMC, fuck the Mets, help out your NL East squad.
Yeah, dude.
Us Braves and Phillies fans can come together for one cause. Fuck the Mets.
This is the wildest shit of all time. Because, again, it's like, dude, why is it okay for you? Oh, well, I'm super rich, and I've been doing it the illegal way the whole time, like the proper illegal way versus whatever you monkeys are doing on the internet. Like, fuck these people, dude. Fuck all of them. I don't give a shit. Like that Melvin firm the hedge fund that went bankrupt, fuck you. You spent all of your money trying to short a company, hoping that they would go bankrupt so you could make money. Fuck off, man. They get everything they deserve. Yeah, pull up the Melvin Capital article there. Closes out its GameStop short position, Melvin, and they lost, $3 billion? Total, all the short sellers.
They're saying bankruptcy is false. The bankruptcy rumors are false, but
Well, that's what you always say before you go bankrupt.
right, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of like the nod of confidence for coaches. Be like, no, he's our coach.
Yeah.
And then they fire him the next week.
By the way, congrats to you. You hated your coach at UCF, and he's gone.
Goodbye, Josh Heupel. Enjoy him, Tennessee.
Yeah, have fun in Tennessee.
You have a good AD now in Danny White, but you now have a terrible coach.
So did they just pick off the AD and the head coach of UCF?
Yeah, they just paid us like $6 million in buyouts. So
Weird,
thanks for the
man.
money, Tennessee. I guess we'll move from here.
Yeah, Heupel's terrible.
Oh, he's
Heupel's terrible.
The worst.
I'm so excited. I fucking hate Tennessee.
Yeah. Well, look, having partied there, it's a fucking great school, and it's a blast. Like, you can pull your boat up. The river goes back to
I'm
the
sure.
stadium.
Yeah, I'm sure the games are incredible.
Georgia would love it. He doesn't even like football, but he could get on a boat with one of those old broads and just.
He was
back
given
that.
a Ferrari at UCF by Scott Frost.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Scott-
And he crashed that.
Scott Frost is doing a bang-up job at Nebraska,
Well,
too.
I hope he gets fired and he comes back. Come
Yeah.
on back, Scott.
Let's come on back, Scotty. AMC stock is currently up 222% today. So, light day for everybody. You know, Reddit is winning. Again, we only did it to help theaters out, but here we are.
It'd be a real shame if AMC stock got to $100 tomorrow.
It would be.
Real shame.
It would be. Maybe they'd open up the theaters faster. It's coming now. It's 16:23, but again, maybe they'd open up the theaters faster. There's a lot of movies I want to see. I want to see The Killing of Two Lovers, Clayton Crawford's movie that was in Sundance. Neon purchased it, and it is scheduled to go to theaters. They're hoping, I think, for April. Hopefully, this will help put a couple ducats in their pocket, you know, and they're able to make their way downtown, Vanessa Carlton style. But I'd like to see more movies on the big screen, and that's pretty much all my fucking shit in this. Again, I know nothing about anything that's going on.
That's why we got COVID.
Is it?
We wanted to immunize ourselves before the vaccine came out. I'm going back to Alamo Draft House, baby.
Draft House, baby!
It's open, man. There's movie
It
theaters
is.
open, and especially in Texas.
Correct.
Florida, too.
Yes.
But I've never heard. I literally drove by a movie theater last week. No idea what these movies are. Haven't heard a single, like, commercial for it.
I know.
I think there's a Mortal Kombat movie out now. Which I think it's going to be on HBO Max.
There's a Vince Vaughn movie that was out with Jason Blum. It was like a horror film where he switched bodies.
It looks really good, actually.
Yeah, but it was in theaters. It made about $3.5 million. Again, if it was in more screens, I would be able to make more money. Like if AMC went to, I don't know, let's say $100, right? I think it's at 16 now.
1607 year
Yeah,
but you know,
it's up 224%.
We'll see.
I would love to bring Range 15 back to the silver screen again and put that back out to the people. You know,
Indeed.
Yeah, I think that'd be great. We were in theaters in 2016, one of the highest grossing films. I think the highest grossing independent movie of 2016. I would love for that to be back in theaters, but they're just not open right now. Hence, I bought some AMC stock today.
we're
I
just
hope theaters will
supporting
open.
the theaters.
That's all we're doing.
Simply, that's it.
Saving theaters today, kids. That's all we want to do is save movie theaters because we believe in them. Is there anything better than movie popcorn?
No.
Nothing
And
on this
it's
earth.
not, you cannot replicate it.
Can't replicate it.
No.
Greatest thing
like
of all
a gas
time.
station hot dog or a.
No.
It's like truly incredible. Like it's like both shitty and like decadent at the same time.
Yeah, what was I going to say? The one in Wilmington, right by my house, brand new, beautiful AMC theater. I was a huge fan. My wife and I would go almost every weekend to see a movie theater at that AMC theater next to my house in Wilmington. They're closed just to make some money during the pandemic. They were actually selling bags of popcorn, so you could go in there and buy pounds and pounds of popcorn. I don't want to see that happen. I would rather see you eat the popcorn inside the theater, you know? That was AMC. That was right down the house. Brand new, beautiful theater.
They did legitimately a good job stepping up their game too. Like they put in bars, their food got better. Like
Yeah.
at least in Texas, because like Alamo Draft House is like the thing here, you know.
Yeah.
And but like that's like the new thing. Like everyone wants to like have drinks and like dinners with their at the movie theater now. And AMC like did a pretty good job, like beefing
Great
up their bar
job.
and shit like that. I like going to see a movie at a mall sometimes, you know.
Same. Great job. They also started selling beer and wine at theaters too right before the pandemic. I enjoyed the Tarantino movie with my wife. We got cut off that night because they do give you a bracelet, and apparently you can't have too many beers and wine. They mark your bracelet with a permanent marker, and I think it's 4, and we reached that. It was a 3-hour fucking movie though. Like, to be fair, we reached that mark pretty quickly, and they cut us off. Which, look, man, maybe if AMC goes to $100, there will be no cutoffs, and they'll do something with Uber where you can just get drunk at the theater and then they'll drive you home. Maybe drive you home. A lot of people are saying some of these sites are starting to open up. That's the other thing too about this. Is like, how long can you keep these trading companies and apps from shutting down?
You really can't.
It's probably legal to be like, oh, we just had to like work some stuff out and it's open again, like so that these people could fucking
like you
it's
can't
bullshit. So that
you
they
can't close everything the entire day that it's open.
So they probably like froze it long enough to get their shit together, at least a little bit.
Anyone that shorted it is getting kind of their cut.
Right.
They're hedging. Again, it's like gambling where you're hedging against yourself just to break even.
But do you think they do it? Is it that shady where they just stop it and they said, all right, guys, go out to your biggest clients.
Yes.
We're going to get you back in. We're going to fix your shorts because
Yes.
you're going to get fucked up like the GameStop thing.
Yeah.
It's a rigged fucking game.
God damn it, man.
I mean, you've seen The Big Short, right?
Yes.
Same shit.
Yeah. Man.
In case anyone wasn't sure whether they should listen to our financial advice, someone just uttered the words, "You've seen The Big Short, right?"
Yeah.
That's our level of expertise.
We're morons.
That's it. We're morons. I've seen Wolf of Wall Street a bunch. Big fan of that movie. I would say it's one of my favorite movies of all time. Wolf of Wall Street. Gigantic fan of that film, man. And we're not fucking leaving. We're not going off the air right now. We're going to stay for a little bit, see what happens, kind of hang out, party with you guys, kind of check some of these stories that are popping up here. Because, god damn, man. And people are asking Giorgio, Giorgio, do you dip a toe into this? They're asking you where to buy this. Oh, Boiler Room's a great one, James
I'm
Long.
debating on leaving right now and investing and going to the bank. I have $100 in AMC right now, and I'm dead ass.
This is my first glimpse at something like this. But what is GameStop up today? 129 points.
Yeah.
Fucking A, dude. 88% today.
GameStop cannot be stopped.
What's next? What's next for that? And then AMC continues to climb here. We're looking on in the background. It's getting close to $17 today, up 237% now.
And that'll keep climbing.
I think so. I wonder when it ends. Because they were talking about that this morning on all the major networks. When does this end? And the beauty is, you're asking people who are internet trolls when it's going to end and when are you done making money, kind sir? Grease Monkey 269 from Wichita, Kansas.
Yeah, Autist Astronaut 69. When are you gonna stop bleeding these hedge funds dry?
Yeah, and I've got diamond hands on this one. I'm not going anywhere. There's no paper hands up here.
No, we're hanging on.
Diamond hands on AMC because I want the theaters to open, obviously. But
the minute it hits 100, though, I'm dumping.
Well, I don't do that. So again, I'm about the theaters, and when if it hits 100 and AMC says, "Hey, we're back in business, we're ready to reopen," I want to see Teen Wolf 2 back on the big screen. Jason Bateman.
Giorgio, why are you going to the bank? You don't actually need cash. It's digital. Like, you don't need actual cash. You don't purchase stock.
Is he trying to give you money right now, live on air?
He wants to hit the bank.
Look, Ross, if I can give you a couple $100 to Venmo me real quick, that would be real cool. Look, some of my drug dealers take Cash App, some don't. And look, it's a hard time.
It really is. It really is a hard time for this. What are the message boards saying? So the Wall Street Bets guy on Reddit has been massive over the days. Why don't they shut that down? So let me ask you that. Yeah. Like, if I'm the SEC or one of these fucking places that, if they're halting trading and all this other bullshit, right? Why not stop that? Like, why not hop in there and just be like, all right, great, we're going to shut down this fucking Reddit. That's pretty simple. They shut off Trump, immediately, within an hour, everywhere.
If I'm a studio, wouldn't you just put all your money in AMC right now and pump that shit?
Yes.
I have a message from Wall Street Bets here, just posted 53 minutes ago.
Okay.
By user Flexin Zach.
Yeah.
This is in all caps.
You want me to throw that up?
Yeah,
all
why
caps,
not?
Yeah.
We'll throw that up.
Yeah. Go ahead.
For all the big fucking hedge funds monitoring us, this is a message from us to you. We fucking own you now. Fuck you. Go buy the fucking news, like and comment so they see this post. Fuck you, Melvin Capital. Fuck you, Citron Research. You haven't closed shit. This is going to go down in history.
This is going to be the weirdest fucking
Oh my God.
history
dude.
books in 20 years. 30 years from now, it's going to be fucking wild.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to have to explain this to my kids, or this is going to be so normal that it requires no explanation at all.
I told you guys at the beginning of the year, I said, look, man, we're 6 days in. That was the Capitol riot, right? And I was like, buckle up. We're not even close to whatever's going to happen. Here we are, day 27 in.
If you really want to hedge, it's time for the Thunderdome.
Yeah, but like this is just us getting back everything we lost in 2020, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, wait, hold on. There's more, by the way.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
So who is this? The ringleader on Reddit?
I don't think so, but it's got a shit ton of awards, so this guy must be one of. It wouldn't surprise me if he was one of them.
What do the awards mean? Dude, I'm brand new to this. Like, I'm full disclosure. I'm hopping onto the story, obviously, of GameStop, but educate me and the audience since we are doing this live.
What, on Wall Street Bets?
Yeah. What's the awards mean?
Oh, the awards on Reddit. It's just like, I don't know. Some of them, like gold means like you had a good post. Helpful Pro Award. Wholesome Award. It's all just like...
He's an active member on this.
Yeah, it's ways to just react to a post.
Okay.
You know, it's like liking it, but you can do it, like it in a number. It's like an emojis almost kind of thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, he keeps going. This isn't financial advice. No taking this post down, bubs. I am not fucking selling. We can't trust the fucking media. YouTubers make videos. Graham Stephan report on this shit. It's an average retarded Joe takeover, rainbow emoji. Take my $10,000 in shares, bitch. And then the first comment is even better. It's the first comment from Pretty Mango 69. So these are the people, by the way.
Yes. Dude, that's what I just told you.
Pretty Mango 69 says, we are fucking your wife and even her boyfriend. Not because we are all gay. Well, certainly some of us are. But because we all want to see you cry and lose everything you have. A wholeheartedly fuck you from Wall Street.
So people are asking to make YouTube videos. Can you go and post this video live? Like, say, hey, man, you can post the link in there, right? You just be like, we're talking about it now. I would love for some of these guys.
They would railroad us if we were like, hey, check out our video.
No. But I would say, hey, come on the message board. I would genuinely like to talk to some of these guys. Like, I would love to know who's behind this shit. Because it's all, a fucking cartoon head and then some weird username. I would like to see who these people actually are. Like, who are the actual people who are doing this shit?
Have you not read through this thread very much?
I have. So I read through it, but you never see real pictures of these guys, or
they're very interesting. Interestingly, they're pretty politically agnostic. They don't care about it. They're like nihilists almost, like financially interested nihilists.
Sure.
Who just like love cocaine and saying horrifying things.
Yeah, this is the fucking Joker taking over.
Yeah.
And
like
we want to see the world burn.
There's going to be probably a lot of attempts if this stuff keeps going to like square peg round hole these guys as like disenfranchised white guys or Trump supporters or like how many of these people believed in QAnon? Like no, these are just these like dudes who don't give a fuck. Like there's no way to really politically shoehorn these or like these guys are their own thing.
Sure. And I understand that there's somebody in the message board who says, hey man, I've got money in 401k, so I care about this shit and I want the hedge funds to win. Well, it's like, look, you can't have it both ways, unfortunately. I feel bad because fuck man, I've had 401ks.
I've cashed out my 401k twice, so I no longer have a 401k.
Yeah. There's a lot of people who don't believe in Social Security anymore.
Nah.
That was the one thing I thought with 401ks. I was like, that's
but
what
only
does Melvin Capital do? You know, like it's
what 19% of the American public actually have a 401k.
no, it's more than that.
Yeah.
30.
I'll
It's either
check.
19 or 30. One of the two. Again, I'm a moron.
Let's see. So Jacob Nichols
58 million Americans have a 401k, so it's a whole fucking lot of people.
Holy shit. So you're looking at roughly 1/6 of the population. Jacob Nichols saying, so on Robinhood, if I put an AMC order in for 100, they accept it. And if I put it in for 500, they auto cancel it. So, but that's a new app, I guess. One would wonder if you're going to other places and shit like that. Giorgio sprinted out of here pretty quick.
I don't know where he went. The bank?
To the bank, but where is that going, I guess? Like,
Is he like wiring something from like an
my
offshore
gosh.
account?
Could you imagine?
Got a new high.
Got a new high here for AMC. It's up to 1726 right now, which is great. Again, saving the theaters if they get enough money to beat the pandemic. Because the other thing is, you could just put us all in tubes, wrap us all in cocoons, and we could watch our films. Also, be a great way to get high because you're permanently hotboxing. Don't have to buy a lot of weed. Go ahead and read. Yeah, what's the latest and greatest from Wall Street Bets?
So they actually
We're just laughing at their header.
Oh,
just
so they got a new
updated their
header.
header.
It's a rainbow cock. Man, we definitely can't show that on.
Should we not throw that up?
No, that's probably going to get this one taken down. But the beauty is they changed it just within the last 2 minutes. It is now a giant rainbow dick with ejaculate coming out of the ding dong that says Wall Street Bets, which is great. A lot of DiCaprio memes today, which I have a feeling you're going to see a lot of these all day long. In your experience here, Dan, with this, when's that jump off point, right? Because right now, everybody bought pre-market or aftermarket last night.
Yeah.
And then probably a lot of people are taking profits as of right now. When's the next point? Is it usually like noon or 2?
It's hard to say now. It seems like obviously when it opened, it took a massive dip because everybody kind of jumped off.
Cashed out, but you understand.
That's just kind of like the nature of the beast. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's going to start stabilizing a little bit here, and then it could take another jump. We don't know, especially with it trending on Twitter. We are in unprecedented territory. This is meme stocks, so I don't know if they abide by like normal laws.
No,
normal rules.
And usually, okay, so my Robinhood is now trending on Twitter here. People are really pissed off. Yeah, man. A lot of problems with these apps and all that stuff. A lot of people want to systematically destroy these hedge funds. Fucking crazy, man. Absolutely fucking crazy. That this is going on right now. Nothing from Jim Cramer, by the way, on Twitter. Nothing whatsoever from Jim Cramer. That's shocking. Like, this guy lives and dies by the market, but I would imagine a guy like that, it would just crush your business of like, all right, well, what do I do if a bunch of people can hop on fucking Reddit and do whatever they want?
Also, apparently there's a bunch of people here from the Wall Street Bets Discord, and I say welcome.
Oh, in the chat right now.
In the video, yeah.
Oh, great, dude. Let us know if you are. Comment in the section, and we'll shout out the usernames. I'm just curious as to what goes on next and how everybody handles this.
Yeah, I'm just here for the ride.
Same here. Like, we want to know more about it, learn more information about it,
because again, we are
help
idiots.
save theaters today.
We are morons, but we want to just we're here for a good cause.
A very, very good cause. And then Zach Morris, the at Mr. Zach Morris. He's been kind of leading the charge on this on Twitter.
Joshua Crow says, hey, let me know if you want to talk to one of the Wall Street Bets millionaires from GME. If that's real.
Do we have a call? Do we have a call-in number? Fuck, Giorgio went somewhere, didn't he?
Yeah, Giorgio's the one that set that up. I'm not. We'll have to get him back.
He went to get fucking cash to go get money
to buy
for
stock,
to buy
which
stocks.
makes no sense. I don't really. Maybe he's robbing somebody. He might be at a liquor store or like a convenience store and just robbing them at gunpoint. I don't know.
So somebody else, Melon Hub, says AMC to the moon, WSB Discord. So Discord, there was a rumor last night that Elon Musk was in there tweeting pictures of popcorn. So, I mean, not tweeting, whatever the fuck they use in Discord, but obviously. What was the username on this guy?
Joshua Crow, I think.
Joshua Crow.
Yeah, Joshua Crow. Joshua Crow, dude. Yes, hook us up with if you're being serious.
Yeah, absolutely. We'd love to, man. What'd you make off the GameStop, Joshua Crow? Just comment in the message board here, and we'll keep following you. He says, give me a number. I don't know how we do that on here. Fuck. Giorgio has it.
Yeah, he. Should we give out the email?
No, but we have a fucking call-in number. Giorgio has that phone right now.
Giorgio has the phone, so
God damn it,
he needs
man.
to come back. I'll text Giorgio right now.
Yeah, text him to come back, and then Joshua Crow, hang in there. He said he made 1.9 million. Hang in there, and we're gonna try to get you on the phone here, Joshua Crow. One of our producers literally ran out to go get cash to put into a fucking Venmo to go buy some of the stock, like dumb shit. But I love it. Obviously, I love Giorgio, but that's who he is. Everybody's buying the fucking AMC stock today. So we'll see what happens. Kreger says, I hope the Zach Morris didn't buy on a margin. We can't ruin Miss Bliss' new car changes again. Nailed it. But I believe he bought yesterday. Some people are saying buy the dip here. A lot of people are saying, hey, man, you're buying stock in a Chinese company. Is AMC, did they get bought by China? It's hard to say because every theater in Hollywood is now owned by China. So
Who cares?
it wouldn't surprise me at this point.
Who cares?
What isn't owned by China?
Chinese conglomerate Wanda Group owns a majority stake in the company.
Yes. They did buy that. Son of a
Still
bitch.
headquartered in Leawood, Kansas.
Well, which is bullshit, right? Like, why is a movie theater chain headquartered in Leeward, Kansas? Like,
Well, that's where it started. So
Okay.
it's like when Anheuser-Busch got bought out by InBev a million years ago. They kept the headquarters in St. Louis, but it's a Belgian-owned company now.
Nothing's really American.
Ivan
these days.
Huerta is asking Joshua Crow, positions or band? What does that mean? Positions or band? Yeah,
Again,
totally amateur today.
yeah,
we
we're
have
not
no
like
idea.
super plugged in, but maybe options or a put.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can't find Giorgio, huh? Son of a bitch, dude. That's like he has the phone number.
Yeah,
I
no,
know
he
it's
has
a
the number.
717 number. I just don't. The app is on his fucking thing.
No, everything's through his phone. So
Yeah.
We'll have to wait.
Otherwise, shit, we would just do a goddamn call-in show all day for the rest of the day. I'm fine with that. Believe you me on that shit. We could just plug in and take calls from everybody. I wouldn't give a shit. Somebody's asking for proof, Joshua, that you made 1.9 million off of GameStop.
I believe him.
I did too.
Why would you lie about it? Who cares?
There's a lot of people that have made money off of that.
Why lie about anything?
Why lie about any of it?
Yeah.
Ruben just gave us the number.
Oh, he did. Okay, so we have the number. The problem
But I
is
think it still goes to Giorgio.
Yeah.
Giorgio's fucking phone.
Yeah.
Where is he?
The bank.
Did you text him?
I just texted him. I don't know where he...
Yeesh. Come on, Giorgio. I talked to Mint Mobile about getting a fucking phone line in here. I was like, hey, let's just start doing weird call-in shows. Speaking of which, the Friday Night Jack Sesh is coming back. That call-in show is coming back on Friday nights. We definitely have to do that on Patreon. A ball popped out last time. There was some sack exposure there. And we can't put the video on YouTube, but I think we're going to put the audio on Drinkin Bros on Friday nights. That is, you can call in and ask Jack Mandeville, who's usually super, super drunk, any questions you like about life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, or just like AIDS. He'll talk to you about AIDS, 9/11, anything you want to talk to, he'll talk to you about it. Everybody blow up Papa G. Yes, we can get this guy on the phone here. Warfighter Media says he bought on Robinhood 30 minutes ago, so it is up and going.
Yeah.
Robinhood is up and going.
E-Trade.
E-Trade is there. Cash App is there, I guess. That's still sketch. How do you go through Cash App? Like, how does that? What's the?
It's pretty simple. You look it up. You look up whatever stock you want. Just throw an AMC and then just buy.
Compared to Robinhood, which is pretty
very
simple,
limited options,
Cash
though.
App is like a preschooler's version of buying stocks.
It's very easy, but again,
Like, it's just
your
colors
options are
and
super
numbers.
limited. And I don't really know everything I know about the stock market. I get secondhand from my financial friends, so I just listen to them.
Sure, yeah. We're not experts in this whatsoever. Did Manscaped put an ad on our thing? That's a fun thing. Love Manscaped. But yeah, I buying on Cash App right now. Yeesh. It just seems so fucking wild. Does it come right out of your bank account?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just connect your debit card, puts it in. It's super easy.
It's easy, but it's getting dangerous.
Yeah, it's like
right?
it's like what a high schooler would use to buy a stock, which is what I used. So.
Yeah. You'll be able to gamble from that soon. One would imagine.
I mean, you got Bitcoin already there. Yeah, I love Cash App.
Cash App is great, man. I think they sponsor Barstool, by the way.
Part of my take, yeah.
Yeah. But when you can start gambling too on games and all that shit, because right now live gambling is legal, I think in like 5 states where you can actually, if you live in the state, you can gamble on the shit.
Pennsylvania, Michigan, Vegas, obviously. Where else? Oh, Jersey?
New Jersey, yeah. And I believe Maryland's the other one now.
Okay.
They just opened up Maryland. But once you go to all 50, if you can Cash App bets on shit and stocks, yeesh. It could be a world of hurt for the United States.
It's a whole new world.
If you're good at it. What's to stop somebody from doing a stonks show like this? Like where it's just fake shit? Because I watched the CNBC and Squawk on the Box and everything else. Like, what's to stop somebody from going on YouTube and just doing a fucking fake stock show every day?
I think Section 9.
Is it?
I don't know. I don't... There's such a gray area right now with this. I don't know.
Yeah, because on Squawk on the Street, like on CNBC and like MSNBC and all their Fox even has a business channel now. There is a disclaimer before and after the show starts of like, hey, this is a risk and you could lose your money. We don't advise anyone. Jim Cramer works on his own and all that other shit. Same with me. Look, man, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. It's just a fun thing to watch today, and we'd love the theaters. We'd love to see the theaters come back. So we'll see what happens here. Giorgio, though, was a mystery. Man, when you start running off into the streets with a fucking mask on, dude, trying to go throw $100 in some hidey hole, so hopefully somebody will give you enough to buy like 10 shares of this, like, that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me.
Here's another fun. I'm just going through Wall Street Bets.
Yeah.
It's goddamn insane.
It is.
It's probably the best subreddit. Even before all this,
yes.
It was just hilarious memes.
Easily one of the funniest subreddits I've ever read. One of the funniest things I've ever read. AMC gang for life. Dump my savings into it. Up a shit ton today. Please don't let me down. I can't go bankrupt today.
That's funny, man. There's people on this thread that are saying, hey, man, I'm trying to knock out my student loans. I don't want to work anymore.
Who needs the government?
Who needs the government? I got to be honest, with the stimulus checks not coming through, like
It's
shit.
gonna drop a little bit,
Yeah. It'll probably go back and forth all day, and then
Yeah.
these things usually kick into gear at like noon or 2 o'clock, right?
Right. We just need that retweet from Elon.
I know. What do you think he knows the power he has with his shit?
Yes, I think he's actually kind of on Reddit and on Discord. I think he's kind of trolling.
I know he's on Discord.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was on Reddit, but it also wouldn't shock me. I mean, he's changed his own stock fucking hundreds of dollars in a day as far as like stock price. I mean, billions for the rest of the investors.
I'm just going to ride this out. I'm holding on to this diamond hands.
Yeah, diamond hands for how long, you think?
I don't know, man. I'm not going to give you advice.
Now, obviously. What would one do usually in this? What was the GameStop thing before that really took off? 3 or 4 days?
Yeah, give or take. Yeah, I think so. But yeah, no, I'm all about an underdog story. So
Yeah.
That's
AMC.
the Philadelphia in me.
Bringing theaters back to life, that would be a great story if we were able to bring
Shit, is
theaters
GameStop
back
at $350
to life.
right now?
GameStop is at $350. It is up 240 points today. No, 204 points today for GameStop. Jesus Christ. I mean, this is what you would
nothing.
see in a movie in the 80s, and you're like, oh, man, did that happen then? And then they're like, no, it's just a movie. This is actually going down, and we're watching this. So click back and forth here. GameStop is up 140% today, and then AMC is up 225% today.
Yep. Yesterday you could have got it. I think I closed at $4.95.
Yeah. Jacob Nichols saying, I just want to be rich enough to not have to follow my wife and kids around turning off lights. That's what we all want, by the way. As a father, leaving the house where you just go through and you realize 900 things are turned on, and you're like, shit, I could turn that off. If AMC hit 100, though, you'd be like, I'll leave the lights on, What's that fucking hotel saying? I'll leave the light on. Whatever that is, yes, Jacob Nickel, you could absolutely do that.
We'll leave the light on for you.
Yeah, the Poos is saying Weeble level 2 is great as well. DG is saying GME has been going on for a month now.
Yeah, yeah. But I was saying like last week, I think you could have got in at 30.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, it's such a strange thing with all this shit.
And Burry from Big Short, Christian Bale's character.
Yeah.
I believe he got in at $5 in 2019 on GameStop for whatever reason. But he's kind of like criticizing what's currently going on.
Why is that?
I don't know. He's just, Rob, bring up the article. Michael Burry, Burry.
What does he care? He fucking shorted the entire market.
He shorted the American economy.
Yeah,
It's kind of sick, but...
So this article says he's calling GameStop rally unnatural and insane. Yes, it is, but isn't all this shit? Like, all this shit is insane. Everything that he did was insane. I mean, pacing around the house, fucking...
He created something that didn't exist before him.
Yes.
He went to banks and shorted the housing market, which was not an option.
Corbin Bolkovats is saying, same, Robinhood is only partially filling right now, filling orders. Greg LaMontagne saying I try to buy again on Robinhood. So they're limiting this shit, and that's also probably part of a little bit of the slowness here, the little slowdown.
Yeah, my buddy who does pretty well in the market said he's back online, systems engaged, staff is retarded, the shorts are fucked.
Really? Yeah. Is he going in on AMC as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the other part about this is that we haven't really talked about is part of the reason for doing this was to fuck over the people who had shorted the GameStop stock. And AMC was one of them that was supposed to be shorted as well. And it's also a big fuck you to them. I wonder if part of it was just not even started because of money, more or less like, hey, fuck these guys, or...
Also, GameStop didn't really have anything going for it. At least AMC got bailed out.
Yeah.
So there's a little something to that.
AMC got $1 billion last night. So they're going to be, no matter what happens with the pandemic this year, or if theaters don't open, they're going to be able to
they
remain
said they're
alive.
Be able to survive late into 2021,
Yes.
even before this.
Correct.
So, like...
They were fine, but GameStop, what do you do with GameStop? You know, you buy video games, but everybody downloads that shit anyways now.
You get like $3 for your trade-in. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just store credit, not actual cash.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Cody Prell is saying, Robinhood is holding my order right now. So,
I don't know if that's just sheer volume or some shady stuff, but maybe a combination of both. The truth is probably somewhere in the middle.
Russell Pybus is saying Vanguard is down. I haven't been able to buy since like 30 minutes after the open. I believe it, man. I really do. I believe that a lot of these firms are doing this shit to try to figure out what to do to prevent another GameStop. If that hedge firm lost, $3 billion, everybody's got to be shitting their pants right now over a meme, over a meme stock right now. Either way, this is premium content across the board where, hey, man, we put money into it, so let's see what happens. Save the theaters. Save the theaters.
People don't understand. We don't live in this 20th century caveman Wall Street economy anymore. We live in a meme and content economy.
Yeah.
That is the only currency.
It's kind of great, man. All I do is follow meme accounts. DG is saying it started because the hedges were greedy. WSB hated that they shorted the U.S. economy. WSB saw they had a short at $6. So max they could make was $6 a short. Most they could lose is infinite. Yeah. That's hilarious, man.
Again, that list of companies I read earlier, those are all the targets. That's kind of why I moved on to AMC after. I saw GameStop. I got in a little too late for GameStop, but I saw AMC a few days ago. I'm like, yeah, they'll probably move on to AMC. And BlackBerry, too. But I think BlackBerry's up to, $18 now, too?
What does one do with BlackBerry? What do they do besides the old school cell phones?
I think they have another phone coming out. Oh, BlackBerry's the 22 now, so not up much, but
yeah. Neil Erd is saying class warfield on the meme battlefield. It's true. Shit, man. Because if you're one of these guys, let's say this guy was real, right? And then he got 1.9 off of GameStop. If you own a house, you don't have a mortgage, you don't have student loans, you could essentially retire if you were smart enough.
Yeah.
Pretty close to it. You know? Shit. That's kind of rad. Like, I think that's why everybody's going to it as well. Plus, man, look, the pandemic has been going on for a year. You can't pay rent. They're still charging it. Nobody's gotten their second round of stimulus checks. Colleges.
It's hard to go to work.
It's hard. Yes, it's hard to go to work.
You don't do podcast.
Yeah, right.
It's weird that like my girlfriend was always ashamed that I was like a podcast producer or like a podcast host.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, actually, this is the safest job I can have during the pandemic. So
it's deemed essential. We never shut down during any of this. Matter of fact, we ramped up the episodes. Advertisers are like, hey, man, can you guys do more episodes? Because, there is no TV shows and movie shooting. So, like, advertising's, we'd love to slide it over there. And people need content every day to listen to and watch. And I was like, yeah, fuck it. I don't give a shit. I'm working. And it felt weird. It was like fucking 29 days later, driving through the streets. So I was like, yeah, I guess let's just hop on like this. Shit, I didn't know this was going to happen today. Stonks only go up, people are saying, which is definitely not true. How is the market overall doing today? Does that have any effect on it?
you got to think, right?
Because I think the stock exchange, when I left...
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's down 300 points.
That's hilarious.
It's down 300 points today.
Because everyone's buying 3 stocks.
Is that part of it?
I don't know.
Doesn't Tesla report
Think about
today
this.
after the
This
vote?
is this is how fucked and how fucking crazy this is. The stock market was up the day after the Capitol was stormed and ransacked for the first time since the War of 1812.
Correct.
1814 to be
Yeah.
exact.
Wow.
If you listen to softcore history. This is what scares them. This is the insurgency that scares them. They don't give a shit about 200 rednecks going in and literally maybe hanging the vice president if they could get their hands on him. Doing God knows what if they could actually get their hands on him. But this, they feel this.
Yeah.
They give a shit about this. It's fucking wild.
It's wild, man.
It is funny, though. Elon Musk, so the reason he retweeted the GameStop thing yesterday was he notoriously hates people who short his stock. So I feel like he is all in on just fucking people who short stocks.
I agree, man. I don't like it either. I don't like anybody who short stocks because that means you're hoping that a business fails. You're hoping that an American company fails, and that sucks. Giorgio, one of the guys who made 1.9 million on GameStop was trying to call in. We couldn't get a hold of you. How do we do a call in on this?
We don't have that set up right now. In any way.
Well, what if you just called the phone and I just put him up to the speaker? Is that cool?
If he wants to call your number, I gotta set the rest up.
That 717 number is
no, it's not up right now.
Oh,
Could we do that in the
super
next 20 or so minutes?
Yeah,
We're gonna probably keep riding,
I'll
right?
stay on the phone. Who cares? I mean, I'll stay on the. Who gives a shit?
It's just a fun ride.
Hey, Josh Crow, which
not?
Twitter? He sent his cell number.
Oh, he does. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. We can DM him.
Oh,
on
tell
Twitter.
him to fucking DM me at stjames.
I think he might have. Check your Twitter.
Yeah, just DM me.
Well, he says he sent it to our Twitter, but fuck knows which one that is.
I know there's like fucking a million.
Oh, the Pooh says he's starting to like Hot Bob. Thanks, Poos.
There it is. There it is.
In other news, Giorgio just went and cashed in his bar mitzvah check, and he's got some coin to play with. So he's matching everything that Dan's doing, and we're going hard.
Is that still valid? It's like 2 decades, my guy.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Top trends on Twitter right now. GameStop, number 1. Number 2, My Robinhood. Number 3, Wall Street. Number 4 is Holocaust Remembrance Day. So it's important that we have all of our affairs in order here.
And for a bit, Josh Heupel was actually trending before Holocaust.
He was up there.
Memorial Day, yeah.
Bare Naked Trader just started following me on Twitter, which is nice.
Someone was saying, one of our listeners, KM, Mary, Hugh, whatever, I can't fucking read that, says that Melvin Capital shorted Tesla, and that's why he...
Yes.
That's why.
That's why I heard and Elon Musk did that. Yeah, which is great. I fucking love Elon Musk. Like, dude, you shouldn't be rooting for companies to fail.
I like that kind of spitefulness, though.
So do I.
Yeah.
It's like fucking Jordan in The Last Dance. It's great. Tell the guy from check your Twitter, Ivan Huerta. Yeah, I'm on it. Just tell him to go to @stjames, and then I'll call him from my phone here because I'd love to talk to this guy and see what the whole shit is here. If he made 1.9 million off of GameStop, that'd be rad.
Yeah, I've seen some. I mean, through friends of friends, I've seen screenshots of somebody putting 59,000 into GameStop and returning with 20 million.
I know, but is that real?
I think it is. Yeah.
Fuck. Would you come back to? You wouldn't come back to work, would you? We'd never see you guys again.
I mean, I'd be kind of like casually working, right? I'd kind of make my own schedule.
Yeah, I'd still do like the pod. I'd still want to do the college basketball podcast.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be taking notes anymore.
Obviously.
I'd be like, hey man, you cover my insurance. Maybe you pay me per show.
Sure. Yeah. I think I would still do the show. I don't like. It'd be weird to just walk away at this age and be like, I'm all done with life. I'm not going to work anymore.
Right, but I probably wouldn't live in Austin.
Really?
Yeah, I'd probably live somewhere Caribbean.
Yeah, you go to a beach?
Yeah, I go to a beach.
I get that, dude. I love the beach.
So yeah, I'll be zooming in every day.
From your location?
Yeah, from location.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right, I'll take that.
I guess keep an eye on your DMs.
I'll take that. Yeah, I'm in. Look, it's at ST James, unless he went to fucking Drinkin Bros. I don't really use that one, but let's see. Oh, here we go. He's on Drinkin Bros. All right, hang on. Let me write his number down. I got it. Tell him I got it, and I'll call him right now.
Okay. There's a Wall Street Bets just wrote an open letter to CNBC.
Yeah.
Hi, is this one of the callers who...
Is it Joshua Crow?
This is Joshua Crow. Oh, that's cool. Awesome. Ross is going to give you a call back.
Yes. Tell him it'll be from a private number right now. Hang on.
Private number right now.
Yeah, we'll call him.
Does he want to buy into Tetherball Media?
Yeah, right. It's 330-60. Whoops.
Don't mention any more numbers.
Definitely.
But yeah, Josh, if you're out there and you want to sponsor Papa G,
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How you doing? Is this Josh Crow?
Yep, this is him.
Hey, man. Welcome to Drinkin Bros. Look, wild morning. Obviously, is that true? What you said that you made 1.9 million off of GameStop?
Yeah, I could even send like the photos in from my account, but I had at one point 10,310 shares.
Holy shit! And just out of curiosity, because look, we're following this for the fascination of everything that's going on. When you were doing this, what made you get in the first place? Was it Reddit?
No, so I was back in it when Ryan Cohen first bought in September. That's when I started my first position.
And how much was it then?
So there's actually a post that I put on there, but I basically took out $31K for my 401K. And then my parents also gave me $10K as a down payment for a house. And then I turned on margin and I took that and put it basically all into GameStop. So when I first started the position, I was in at 90,000, but 45,000 of that technically wasn't mine. It was the brokerage. And then 10,000 of that was actually my parents as well.
Holy shit. Do you mind if I ask how old you are?
I'm 32.
You're 32 years old. So we just had this discussion here on set. At 32 years old, because that's how old Dan is and Rob. Do you want to work anymore at this point?
Yeah, I'm still going to work.
You're still going to work? Are you letting this money ride in GameStop right now? And do your employees know about it?
No, they don't know. Well, some do, but my positions are officially closed out. I closed out at an average at 2 of 7.
Oh, you did? And that was just to be safe at that point?
Yep.
Which is, look, that's the smart thing. Because I think right now everybody's trying to decide, like in all these message boards, of when to get out, how long to hold on. And then a lot of the news outlets are saying, all right, well, when is this going to stop? And what I was saying earlier was, well, I mean, it kind of stops when everybody on Reddit says it stops, right?
So there's still a short position that's currently held by Melvin. So even though they said on social and everything else and the news today, that they're out, you can check the short interest percentages and they're still in. So people are trying to force the squeeze. That's why you're seeing it still run up today.
Got it. Yeah, because I'm looking at it right now. It's currently up 203 points as we speak. So what you're saying is people know this and they're trying to just crush Melvin altogether then?
Correct. So if they were to get margin called, they would have to buy back their shares. And on like Wall Street bets, they call it like a infinite squeeze or whatever. But yeah, I mean, the share price could go up to 1,000.
Holy shit. Do your parents know what you did with their cash, and are they amped about it?
Yeah, they're in Miami right now. I just sent them the screenshots.
Holy shit. I bet you they're at Joe's Stone Crab right now having the fucking meal of their lives. What a fucking crazy story. Did you ever picture anything like this happening to you?
No, not even close.
I mean, it's so fucking wild that I can't wrap my mind around it. But I also love it. Like, dude, banks have been fucking over Americans forever. Unless you're super fucking rich. The government doesn't give a shit about any of us. And then the SEC's bullshit, because it seems like with the AMC stock that a bunch of these apps were shut down initially. A lot of people are still having problems getting trades to go through. What's your position on that?
So when there's so much volume, they start to kind of like halt the stock. But then also too, like I had a hard time trying to clear out of my position today. And I only had about 9,000 shares, I think, left over today to get out of. But like it was pretty difficult to even, like my brokerage froze, I think like 2 or 3 times. I had to cancel and resubmit orders pretty much like from 9:30 to 10 o'clock. I was just trying to like liquidate out. But again, like they have to do that because there's so many people. It literally like shocks the system. But then on top of that too, there's also like they're probably helping other people or selling shares to somebody else, or there could have been some like other kind of backdoor deals that were going on where like takes more precedent than my 5,000 shares or whatever it is.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's really wild to think about. Because I guess with 1.9 million, and look, I've had stocks for many years off and on. I try to be smart about it. Nothing this wild has gone on, obviously. Like I've never made 1.9 million off of something. But I wonder, like, does the government immediately tax that? Do you call your CPA? What do you do now that you've made $1.9 million in such a short amount of time?
Yeah, so 1.3 million of that is inside of my retirement account. And then 620,000 of that is inside my personal account.
Gotcha. And the reason you do that is so they can't tax that, right?
Correct. But then also too, on the 620,000, I will buy Opportunity Zone housing, and I won't have to pay taxes on that as long as I hold the property for 10 years.
Yeah, look, I mean, it's amazing hearing this, what like all the knowledge you have at 32 years old and investing and everything else. But yeah, I mean, I'm working on a 1031 right now, trying to switch out like rental properties and shit. Because you don't know what's going to happen, and you don't know how much taxes are going to go up in the next year, especially in a new presidency, no matter who you voted for. What's next for you now? Do you go after an AMC? Do you go after a BlackBerry? Like, what do you do now?
I'm going to take a break for a bit. I'm going to regroup, and then I'll probably start trading again in March.
Okay. Is this something you typically do? Like have you been a day trader for years and then this one just magically hit? Or have you been doing this steady for a while?
So the reason why I actually called into the podcast is one of my buddies works at a company, and he told me to call in, but I actually was trading 4 years ago, and I put in every dollar I did into a stock. It was called BPMX, and it literally got delisted from the stock exchange. I lost $14,000.
Holy shit. Why did it get delisted? Do you know?
Oh, it was a penny stock, and like there's certain like guidelines that it has to stay above in order to stay on the exchange. So that was literally my first trade, and that was probably when I was like 27, 28, and I lost every penny, and yeah, came fighting back. So
shit, man. Hey, congratulations. What a fucking unbelievable story. And look, clearly it's so detailed. You would have to be a crazy like liar about all of this. Like you'd have to be like on a like an HBO murder doc type of liar for like a story like this. But it's incredible, man. Congratulations. And it was like I was saying earlier, like shit, man. Take advantage of shit like this if you can, because God knows they're taking advantage of us all the fucking time.
Oh yeah, man. So that's the thing, though, is they actually, Melvin got bailed out from Citadel in .72. They got a loan for $2.7 billion to help prevent the margin call. I think it was like a day ago or two. So we'll see if they actually get margin called, but that's kind of the goal at this point. If that were to happen, that fund would go pretty much bankrupt. So that's what everybody's rooting for.
Is the story true about the Tesla thing with Elon Musk, that they tried to short Tesla?
So Michael Burry shorted them. So the guy who actually bought into GameStop, that's why he thinks it's so criminal for Elon to tweet out that shit, because he got burned like, I think like a month ago. He had like a very large like short position that he had to close down.
Wow. Fuck, man.
Yeah.
Who is your buddy that told you to call in to the show? Is he work at a brokerage firm?
No, he works at a private jet flying company. I don't know if he wants me to say anything.
No. Look, I won't ask. Look, clearly he's doing fine if he works at a fucking private jet company. And that's a great friend to have, by the way. Jesus Christ. Send him over my way. Tell him to hit me in those DMs. I'd like to give it a private jet sometime. That'd be fucking fantastic. Hopefully, one of these will hit for everybody else. And look, we're all fucking flying in private jets,
Yeah, that's the dream, right? We don't stop until we're on a yacht, on a yacht, or on a giant boat, or up in the air somewhere, man.
Yeah, man. I was on Zillow earlier, dude, just looking at real estate on the moon. That's where I hope all this goes. So we'll see, man. I could have a nice 3-bedroom up there soon. But hopefully they open up some of these apps. Look, man, I appreciate you joining us today. This was certainly a wild story, and we're going to keep following it. Thanks for calling in, man.
All right, take it easy. Bye.
Bye. Wow, dude. You never know, right? When you read these message boards where you're like, hey, dude, are these people, like, there's no fucking way that guy lied. Like, that's a real person.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That seemed very valid and true.
Why didn't you ask him if he wanted to invest in Tetherball Media?
What's that? Why didn't you ask him if he wanted to invest? Oh, in the media company themselves? Yeah. Look, that's one of those things where, shit, man, if you make that kind of money, like, dude, hold on to it at 32. I even think he was smart by selling to get out of it, to be honest with you. Like, dude.
No shame in making $2 million.
No, not at all, man. Because we all have those buddies who get super greedy with all this shit, and you're just like, oh, well, there goes your life. When you had that big opportunity, like, I don't fault that fucking dude for selling out. That's probably a smart move, because you don't know when this shit is going to drop, right?
Yeah. I mean, it is Wednesday. Weekly options expire on Friday, so.
What's the recommend there?
I'm not giving you a recommendation, not giving you any advice. I'm just telling you, remember, weekly options expire Friday.
Got it.
Manifesto of sorts, an open letter from Wall Street Bets is making the rounds on Twitter.
Great. Put the camera on you guys, by the way. Oh, okay, gotcha. Got
it reads, an open letter to CNBC.
Yep.
Before you spend another day hosting your shill hedge fund buddies to come on the air and demonize Wall Street Bets, I hope you read this. Your contempt for the real estate investor, your audience, is palpable, and if you don't get it together, you'll lose an entire new generation of investors. I keep thinking about these funds that are short GME, like your boys at Melvin Capital / your coverage of this subreddit, and I'm getting madder and madder. These funds can manipulate the market via your network, and if they screw up big because they don't even know the basics of portfolio risk 101 and using position sizing, they just get a bailout from their billionaire friends at Citadel. Then they have the nerve to turn us into public enemy number one just because we believe in an underdog company getting a second chance. We don't have billionaires to bail us out when we mess up our portfolio risk and a position goes against us. We can't go on TV and make attempts to manipulate millions to take our side of the trade. If we mess up as bad as they did, we're wiped out, have to start from scratch, and are back to giving handjobs behind the dumpster at Wendy's. Seriously, motherfuck these people. I sincerely hope they suffer. We want to see the loss porn.
Look, if you're getting an HJ behind a dumpster at Wendy's, man, chances are your life isn't that great anyways. Or it is. Maybe you had a pleasant meal and you met a nice lady at Wendy's. And then you're just going out back to have a nice jerk sesh and see what happens. Chris Daniels says, speaking to the media, The YouTubes have unsubscribed me 3 times already today, and I'm getting boned. Also, here is $4.99 for Papa G for drugs. So you're welcome for that. It's not surprising. I don't know what the fucking story is with this. If we're allowed to do it or what. I mean, we're just kind of talking about what's going on in America today with these stocks. But these guys have all come together. They've fucking rallied on Reddit. They've rallied on Twitter. And I would check in around the noon. Like, dude, if this holds up around the noon to 2 o'clock range, man, you could see a big run. That's when a lot of this shit usually takes off.
Not necessarily today, but I think, the next few days.
In the next few days?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even next week. So hang tight.
Yeah, let me ask you this.
Again, not a recommendation.
Let's say Joshua was correct, right? The guy who called in and he said they still have like $1 billion to go to kind of short the Melvin fund before it's fucked. Once they fuck over that fund, if that was the intended goal, wouldn't they push all their money into something else? Yeah, because GameStop is up, Jesus Christ, 365? 365. Oh my God, dude. 365.
I mean, it realistically could go to 1,000.
5 days ago, this stock was worth $61. I'm sorry, what's today? Yeah, $43.
$43 5 days ago, and it's up to 350 right now. Looking at these numbers, I mean, it is mind altering. You never ever see this unless somebody has crazy earnings, and I mean, it's jumping 20 points at a time here in a matter of seconds. Same with AMC. That was hard to get in this morning. I did the pre-market trade on that, and dude, it was all over the map.
Pre-market was 22.
Yeah, 22, 23. It is currently up 453% today. AMC.
That's over 5 days.
Over 5 days. Okay, gotcha. Look, 5 days, man. 453%.
Well, yesterday it was $4.95 at close.
Oh yeah,
so,
yeah.
I mean, come on.
And it's climbing. I not a fucking financial guy. Can't help you here. It's interesting. We wanted to save the theaters and come on here and do this today.
We have no connection to AMC.
Nothing.
Nothing.
I can't even recommend a fucking broker or any of that bullshit.
None of us are Chinese.
No, not last I checked. GameStop is not bigger than Facebook. This will correct, says John Shea. Obviously, right? Because GameStop isn't a real viable company. It will be replaced
soon. It's done
soon.
nothing.
It's a brick and mortar store.
It's done virtually nothing.
Yeah. Because you can, Jeff Mule says, Drinkin Bros personal finance page. Yes, we have a personal finance page in Drinkin Bros. I'm not allowed to be on there right now, apparently, but because I love movie theaters, I'm the bad guy because I love movie theaters. Eric Totel. I'm the bad guy because I love movies. James Long is saying you can't even look up GME on Cash App right now.
Yeah, that's been a few days. There's no GME, no BlackBerry.
Why is that? Just because they don't want you to do it?
I don't know if they took it off Cash App, but AMC's still there for now, so we'll see.
How is that legal? How is it legal just to take stocks down? If you could buy stocks all the time, why couldn't you do it now, I guess?
I don't know if it was actually ever, I don't know if GME was actually on Cash App to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
If there was ever a stock on Cash App, it's fucking GameStop.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Jesus. I can't believe it. I honestly can't. It's fucking shocking to hear this shit where you're like, man, is this really how it works? Because I was kind of just an ignorant fucking dummy in the background, just like, all right, cool. Yeah, stonks go up and down, and this is what it is. But yeah, man, if you're fucking just halting shit in the middle of a trading day, goddamn. It feels like old school Wall Street, the movie, with Blue Horseshoe loves Anaconda or whatever the fuck it is.
I've been trying for the last 20 minutes to put more money in my Cash App and to buy more AMC on Cash App, and I keep getting...
booted?
Yeah.
No way. So I think that's probably why this is so slow here, right? Because the market itself is down overall 300 points. Typically, when the market's down 300 points, every stock is down. And then again, I think Tesla is reporting after the bell today. So that should be another one that's off to the races if they do well, right? Yeah, 340 points. The Dow is down today. Even saying that out loud, like you guys are all laughing about that. 340 points. Wow, man. Pretty crazy. Hey, Nick Swisher's going to be on the show. That's fucking sweet, dude. I just got that fucking email. So is Santonio Holmes from the Jets and Ohio State. I just got that confirmation yesterday. That's going to be dope. Again, we get the Meat Eater on Monday nights. Steven is coming on the show. It's so fucking fun, man. We recorded that yesterday. And then Dan and I will be live here at 1:30 Central, 2:30 Eastern here on Drinkin' Bros podcast. We have a guest. Obviously, we'll keep following this story during that podcast. In the meantime, what I'll do is pump out this audio as fast as we can to everybody else. So if you are out there and you're interested in all this crazy shit that's going on, you'll have the information on it. That was a dope-ass phone call, though, from Joshua Crow. Holy shit, man. What a wild story. It's like everybody's dream. Everybody's dream. That reminds me of you, Dan. Like, you know? And one day, maybe it'll hit for you. You know?
One day.
$1.9 million.
I diversify my portfolio. Bitcoin, other cryptocurrency, the market.
You could buy a house on the ocean for $1 million in a Jack Nicklaus community down in Florida. It's Florida. That's where you're going, right?
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah, and you want a golf course.
Got a lot of connections and friends in Florida, so that's probably where I end up.
Jim Dawson says GME bros dumping and going all in on AMC. I don't know about that.
At least hang on to some GME.
Yeah, look, GME.
You can sell now, but hang on to the little bit.
GME is still going up. It's up to 365 right now.
Yeah.
Wild. The other thing too is like with like the shows on MSNBC and Fox News, like why couldn't we just do a stonk show in the morning, and then just put a disclosure saying, look, we don't know what the fuck we're doing, but nobody else does either. I don't think anybody does that on YouTube. Drinkin' Bros stonks. You have to be great at memes, and then
we're not even allowed in our own Facebook group.
Very, very bitter. Yeah, thanks Eric Totel for that. That's fucking hilarious. TJ is asking about Donut Operator. Dude, I just talked to him the other day on Instagram. Yes, we're going to get him on the show. I love that guy. He's fucking hilarious. So we're going to get him on. There's some predictions coming in through here. Dominic East says AMC 20 by the end of the day. What's your best guess around the horn?
$20 sounds right for now.
At Midnight Ghost says AMC 50 by the end of the day.
That's optimistic.
That would be.
That's really. I like to set the bar low.
Crazy. Yeah.
$20 is attainable.
On January 11th, GameStop was $20, right? And on December 31st, it was $18. So I mean, they took time to get this up. Obviously, there's more momentum now, but yeah, 20 sounds about right. And if AMC's gonna explode, it's gonna take like a week.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while, right? This shit just doesn't happen like overnight on the day.
It could.
Well, I mean, did it happen to GameStop? Did that go up a couple hundred points?
Yesterday, right? GameStop was what, 150?
GameStop on January 20th was at some point on January 20th anyway was $39.12, and then obviously a week later it's $370.
That's crazy. Giorgio, did you get in on GameStop? Did you have any of that? No. Just you, Dan, right?
A little bit. A little sprinkle.
Did you sell it or did you?
Yeah, I already sold.
Okay.
Yeah, so I lost out on a lot of money, but whatever.
Gotcha. Yeah, dude. Jake Isaacson says team up with some WSB bros and launch a Drinkin' Bros stonk show. I'd love to, man, actually. This shit's fun. And like, dude, if this keeps happening to like random companies throughout the year where you're doing this, holy shit, what a blast this would be to follow, you know?
Dylan Bonney just quoted Conor McGregor. We are not here to take part. We are here to take over.
We're not here to take part. We're here to take over. That'd be great. John Foreman saying $32. I'm feeling it. Dominic, you said it could be 50 by Friday. That's crazy, man. Plague says, screw sports. This is better. I agree.
I have a friend that actually stopped sports gambling, and he's been all in on crypto and the stock market, and that's where I'm getting all my advice from for the most part. And he's been right about virtually everything.
What did he say about this?
He told me AMC like last week.
Okay.
So he's like, they're next up.
The other thing about the stock market, I feel like if you're going to day trade and stuff, it's a lot more predictable than sports because like if a company that you know is going to have value over like it's going to be valuable, but like for whatever reason, like some dumb piece of bad news will drop about like Facebook, right? And maybe drop its stock a little bit and then you buy it. But Facebook's still Facebook. It's not fucking going anywhere.
Same with Nike. Like,
yeah.
Whenever a story,
you know what I mean?
Darren Ravel will tweet out, "Oh, Nike stock fell 5%." It's like it's not that big of a
like
fucking deal.
if,
It's going to go back up. It's Nike.
For example, like this is a extreme example, I guess. But if Colin Kaepernick was like, "I'm done with Nike. Fuck that corporate bullshit,"
right?
The stock would drop.
Yeah.
It's still fucking Nike.
Yeah.
Right. So you just sit and wait.
Yeah, and I remember who is it? Kylie Jenner who bounced out of like WhatsApp or whatever, and that fucking stock crashed.
It's not like it's
Snapchat.
not the same as like Ohio State going down 14 to Alabama, and you're like, well, you know, they're gonna come back. Like they're gonna come back.
Yeah,
it's not the same. Like
true.
The stock will come back, barring some fucking nightmare.
Yeah,
the stock will come. The stock market was up after the Capitol was stormed. How long did it take to get over coronavirus?
I know.
It's higher than it was at the beginning of the year.
It's investing. It's not gambling, right?
Yeah, obviously. And we want to say that. People are investing in the stock market, definitely not gambling on it. People ask what happened with the audiobook for As the Sun Rises, It Dawns on Him. It is still in review, content review over at Amazon. I got an email the other day. It's like, I don't know, all this shit. I feel like it's the stock market. Like, dude, they're trying to selectively clip whatever they want and control all of it. So we'll see what happens. Look, if worse comes to worse, we'll put it up on fucking Patreon. I don't give a shit. Fuck, I have a DistroKid account. I can just put it up, parcel it like a goddamn album. But we'll stick with the traditional guys. I had a conversation with them yesterday, and a lawyer reached out to them as well, and things should be fine soon. It's one of those things too where you have a podcast, like in this case 3 podcasts, and you're able to talk about it and promote it. And you know, some of the numbers they looked at, they were like, well, I don't understand how this happened. I was like, well, motherfucker, then apparently you don't understand what's going on today either. Like,
Ross, you put respect on Drinkin' Burwettes and the Sippin' Boys. There are more than 3 podcasts in this network now.
There is. I know. I'm just talking about the ones that I'm on personally. So where I'm able to promote the book is 3. Like in the, you know, in our media company, there's 9. There's a lot of fucking shows now, and we're close to signing like 2 more. So yeah, man. But the way we were able to promote it and get it, and maybe the numbers scare them. Like, I don't know. I always assumed that they didn't want you to hit the New York Times bestseller list, because once the shit goes mainstream, like everything that's happening today, then you have the opportunity to really fuck shit up, like, which is awesome. Which is why I love seeing shit that happens today, and it's why I root for these guys. I don't give one fuck about the hedge fund. Like, Jesus Christ.
I like the wake up call.
Yeah.
This should not be a regular thing.
No.
Yes, you should not be able, like, internet morons. Like, this is a good wake up call. Unlike, say, storming the Capitol. This is a good wake up call. But man, this can't, like, a regular insurgency on the stock market is probably not a good thing long term.
No, it is. It's great.
You say that now, but there's
keep them on their toes.
There's people in the message boards who are saying, honestly, pretty down for a stonk show with Fake Dan and Hot Bob. So look, man, if this does become a thing, man, maybe we should do a Monday morning stonks show. Because again, fucking Kramer and those guys are doing it like shit. And if it is true what people are saying in the message boards, where it's just like his buddies and their hedge funds and all that other shit, like, fuck them. I'd rather hear from Fake Dan's weird buddy who's doing shit.
They are fucking right in that Wall Street Bets post that we read. I will say this, like, they are right. These assholes get to go on CNBC and
yes,
they are in a lot of ways legally allowed to manipulate stocks.
They do it all the time.
Yeah, do it all the time.
So yeah, like I can only the only thing I feel bad for is I hope 401ks aren't getting fucked. That's the only thing where I'm Melvin
You
Capital,
have
get fucked.
years for it to bounce back.
Well, here's the other thing. Would they
Unless
really,
you're 60.
Yeah, but would they really put a GameStop shortage in a 401k? That would be pretty fucking irresponsible.
I have no idea.
no, this is all pump and dump.
But here's the thing, though. If they lose a shit ton of money there, they got to beef it up somewhere else. Like,
Right.
it affect, like, there's ripples.
Yeah. And look, the market is down today a lot. It's down 330. Obviously not with AMC because people want to save theaters, and I get that, and that's a nice thing. But and then GameStop as well. They want to see. It's nostalgic too. You know, when Blockbuster closed, people felt like they lost a big part of their childhood. People don't want to lose GameStop. But yeah, it does seem like there's still a lot of people saying, "Hey man, I'm having problems getting in on AMC right now." So I have a feeling shit's gonna turn later in the day when it's like somebody's gonna have a conversation, say, "Hey, we could turn this on."
Just keep plugging away on the Cash App. It takes me like 5 or 6 tries, but eventually my transactions go through. And
So you did get in, yeah.
I mean, the SEC's meeting probably today. You have to think.
One would think, right?
This is the storming of Area 51 that never happened.
Yeah, this is fucking
This
cheap.
is, a bunch of people are digitally Naruto running at fucking Wall Street.
Yeah. And that's, look, man, you're right. Whoever said it before, like, dude, you start going after Wall Street. The Capitol's one thing where they're like, somebody took a flag in a lectern. Now you're taking money out of their wallets. Now they're going to be fucking scared.
Because these are intelligent people, or at least capable people. No one cares about 200 rednecks who think that kids are getting fucked in the basement of a Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
They don't care about those morons.
No.
This is like, this takes actual savvy. Those guys just bull rushed understaffed police department. It's not the same thing.
No.
And people on the message boards right now saying that AMC's struggling. It's like, yes, it's going to dip. It's going to go back up. It's going to dip. It's going to hang around $15-$16. Even if it goes under that, it doesn't matter. I would just hang on. Just hang on.
The reason GameStop is where it is because these Wall Street bet psychos and everyone else who was listening to them were like, just hang on. If you sell, it doesn't work. There's like a funny, I'll try to find it real quick.
Yeah. There it is. Diamond hands. Diamond hands, dude. You got to have diamond. You can't have paper hands during some shit like this. You got to have diamond hands. You got to squeeze. You got to hold on tight. Is that called Apes Together Strong? Is that what you're pulling up right now?
This is a common theme in Wall Street bets. Apes together strong.
What the fuck does that mean?
It's from Planet of the Apes.
I haven't seen it.
Because they're all just like idiots. They're like apes together strong.
Oh, God damn it. This is awesome. This is what life is right now. And I enjoy it thoroughly. Hashtag Stonk Show. Everybody wants it, man. TD Ameritrade has an hour and 30-minute wait on the phone for Hayden Little, is what he's saying.
Yes, Ruben, I just gave you the diamond cutter. DDP.
Oh, man. Rihanna says we're clapping some stonk cheeks today, dude.
Oh, we're clapping all the cheeks.
Yeah. Yeah, we are. Look up the Zach Morris guy. What's he saying here? I don't have that meeting until 20 minutes. I can keep going. I don't have a meeting for another 22 minutes. Who gives a shit? Look up the Zach Morris guy. That's the guy I was looking at for the last few days, who's running through shit right now. He's had all of the predictions, and he keeps retweeting all of this weird shit.
Also, you do not want a stonk show with me and Rob. I am the secondhand information from my financial friends. So I'm just listening to whatever they say and whatever sounds good.
And they do this for a living, like they day trade for a living.
I have a few friends that day trade for a living.
Okay.
This was my favorite post about this. This is also from Wall Street Bets.
Okay.
It says,
let's dumb this down for you, apes. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's dumb this down for you, apes. Let's say 5 bananas, and there's an unnecessary apostrophe in bananas, by the way, and they do it over and over again. I have to think that's on purpose. These people are like savvily stupid. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like they're really cleverly stupid. Let's say 5 bananas currently cost $10, and then they use emojis too. 5 bananas cost $10, whatever.
Yeah.
One ape on the market has 5 bananas. Snake asks to borrow 5 bananas for a bit, and instead sells the 5 bananas, thinking the price will go down soon, shorting. He thinks he can buy them later for less and give them back to the ape, so he's made a profit on the difference. Group of apes notice what stupid snakes are doing and decide to buy all bananas on the market until snakes have no other choice than to buy from the group of apes in order to return what they borrowed. If group of apes stay strong, then price will go up. Ape emoji, diamond emoji, hand emoji, 3 rocket emojis, stock up emoji, 3 rocket emojis.
This is great. Obviously, the rocket is going to the moon. Just bought some real estate on Zillow here, so I could have a proper landing and at least sleep in my bed tonight when I land, when all this shit goes down. The other part about this too is like there is some people out there still who don't understand this. Like I'm looking at the New York Times right now, and the title of their article says, "Why is Wall Street obsessed with GameStop?" It's not Wall Street, brother. It's fucking Reddit, dude. Like. That's what's going down. Wall Street is probably obsessed with it because it could nuke their fucking companies. You know?
Yeah, it's tanking them.
Yeah.
This is the iceberg.
Save AMC is still trending, by the way. So again, we started this to save movie theaters today. Super shocked
We just
at all
want to
that's
save
going
movie
on.
theaters.
Super shocked at everything that's going on today. And we just bought a bunch of AMC stock. But it'll be fun to see what happens in the coming days with this. Because what if it doesn't go well? Then people will kind of lose faith in this system, right?
It's a good wake-up call. This shouldn't be the norm. God help us if this is the norm. But it's a good wake-up call. Everyone needs a slap in the face every once in a while to be like, you're a greedy fuck. Because they didn't learn from 2008.
No.
Look, if the robots are going to take our jobs, we should be able to manipulate the market, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I mean, we're not doing that, obviously, but the people in Reddit are trying to.
Of course not. We're not doing it. I'm just saying theoretically.
Theoretically, yeah. Because we know nothing about any of this shit. We're just following, just a sweet story trying to save the theaters today. AMC. And now the Hollywood Reporter is on it as well. AMC stock surges fueled by traders on Reddit. So the Hollywood Reporter is now in on this. To me, like when this hits mainstream shit, like isn't this going to want to make more people buy it? Like this is fucking everywhere now. There's a bunch of like Reddit accounts that are like so many memories, fam, and they're taking like pictures of seats inside the theaters and shit for Save AMC. At one point, this was trending #1 in the world this morning. I'm sure the powers that be at Twitter were like, "Hey man, let's knock this down a couple pegs." But yeah, man, there people are showing Braveheart memes of Robin Hood, traders running into the stock of AMC. The Zach Morris guy that I was following earlier, he just tweeted out because he was the one who kind of started this a few days ago and was just like, "I wonder if AMC is going to give me free popcorn for life." Maybe. I think it's a fair trade. I think for sure it's a fair trade. What else are your stories on here? Nick Grossman says make Range 16 and throw that in theaters. That'll keep it alive. I agree. I would love to do that. Getting those guys to fucking come together is difficult. Shit, they're all over the goddamn world. Somebody's in like Salt Lake City and everything else. So who knows? I will say this: that movie's written. I wrote it, and it is done. Nick Cage is going to play. He was going to play Gene Vandenham's father in that. That was going to be a sweet one. He's on fucking Netflix now. That guy doing the curse word show. Where's GameStop at right now?
We are at 368.
220 points today.
And then AMC's hanging around 15, 16, somewhere between that. But again,
yeah,
diamond hands.
Diamond hands, and a lot of people are getting frozen out of it. So it just keeps like these comments just keep coming in of like, all right, shit, man, I can't get into whatever it is. So you got in, Giorgio? You fully got in and all your stuff? Okay. Because I was worried about you. You ran out of here with a mask on.
Yeah, I mean, I had to get in the Uber because, the car's somewhere. And, yeah, Giorgio's a good paycheck into AMC right now. So
Okay.
We're letting this ride. And if he's homeless next week, it's all your faults.
Well, there is a bed here. There is a ghost bed. Ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. 40% off bundle packages right now with the adjustable base. And as always, they get a 36-month pay-as-you-go program and no interest there at ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. So go there, if you make a fuck ton of money and all this shit, buy yourself a nice mattress. Shit, you can be doing this from bed. You can be watching us from bed, betting from your bed. buying stonks from your fucking bed today. That'd be great. AMC equals CCP. What's CCP? This is the richest rich is saying that right now.
Chinese Communist Party.
That's right. They're owned by China. Yeah, we just found that out. Look, China owns Hollywood. That's not a fucking surprise.
There are overlords. I'd rather make money off it. Just accept it.
They've owned Hollywood for years.
They've owned everything. Everything's made there. Medicine, our iPhones. Do you want to pay like Chappelle says?
Honestly,
I'm not trying to pay $9,000 for an iPhone.
Honestly, based on how much they own and Wall Street Bets and other people on the internet's disdain for China. I mean, they don't like American people abusing American capitalism, but China's doing that too.
Oh yeah,
wouldn't surprise me if at some point they came for Chinese-owned companies.
Right?
Yeah, in some manner.
Yeah. People are saying there'll be a morning run tomorrow. I don't know, man. What's these things are what 4 or 5 days? Best guess, something like that.
No idea.
Yeah, I don't either.
Okay, we're not going to give you financial advice.
Yeah, we're not a financial advice show, not at all. We don't do a stonks show, for Christ's sakes. We're doing this today because it's premium content. We're trying to save some theaters out there once again, so we'll see. What does GameStop do with all this money? Has anybody answered that question? Because I'm sure they have shareholders that are like, all right, well, fuck, do we get out of here? It's a brick and mortar store who sells video games.
Right. I think they just actually locked down a deal with Xbox, if I saw that correctly. So just kind of like direct to streaming type service.
GameStop is now basically a Microsoft store. Microsoft bought them all up. They're going to exclusively sell Xbox stuff. All their people are supposed to push Xbox over Sony and all the other consoles. So maybe they'll come back.
Okay. Yeah. Look, that's not a bad business model. I was always curious why Blockbuster didn't get into streaming. Because they had the brand.
No, they did.
For it.
They did.
Oh, they did.
And they got crushed by Netflix.
Everybody gets crushed by Netflix. Even Apple TV, man, they fucking suck. Like their original programming sucks.
Again, Mythic Quest is amazing.
I do enjoy. Rob McElhenney from. I will watch anything with the guys from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I haven't watched the little fucking teacher show that the guy did. Vice Principals? No, not Vice Principals. It was AR,
assistant teachers, right, or something, or
yeah.
It was like all blue and orange.
It was
like
him
the color
and
was
Patton Oswalt, yeah. And then Homegirl had a show called The Mick on Fox. I think it was bad. All of them are so goddamn funny that I could watch all of these things, but I still want to see them all, and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I have heard that AP Bio is fantastic.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. AP Bio, yeah. I watched it. As far as a sitcom on a network, yes, it's pretty good. And he's great. Yeah. But I like the edgier shit. It's hard to see them go as hard in It's Always Sunny and then come back to do like PG-13 shit where you're like, oh man, sweet. It'd be like if I didn't swear every day, people would be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? One of our listeners hit me up and they were like, hey man, did you guys sell to like a big, media conglomerate yet? And I was like, no, why? And they were like, well, there was a show where you didn't swear for like 45 minutes. And I was like, well, I can assure you that was a fucking accident, dude. Like, it was definitely not on purpose. We also have a lot of people in the message boards who have never been here before. Jared Claheri says AMC is halted. Don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah, and again, it's going to dip. Just hang on.
Buffalo Bill is saying Ameritrade is putting restrictions on. Any chance of Tetherball Media going public? We've had that discussion before, and we met with a ton of investors for this because we are trying to just pump out new podcasts, acquire new podcasts, and all that stuff. The only problem with it is like I think we've had maybe 5 offers total, but it typically comes with they want union workers, COVID tests. The fun is gone, man. I'm not going to say who it was, but one company we got super close with that I enjoyed and kind of looked up to on the rise of all of this shit. I had gotten to talk to the owner privately after they'd made an offer, and I go, hey, man, what's your story? Are you amped about what went on at your company? And he goes, no, and it fucking sucks. And I was like, what are you going to do? And he goes, well, contractually, I got a couple years left, and I'm going to bounce out of here. And he goes, man, it was much funner being independent where you could just do all of the crazy shit all of the time. And he goes, once it you start to get corporate like that, and union workers and HR departments and everything, you can't do anything anymore. People start suing for weird shit. He's like, dude, it sucks. So, if somebody backed up the truck, like the best one was Barstool for sure. Like Penn Gambling, great. And they retained 100% creative control. That's a fucking dream, but that never happens, man. I even watched that Barstool doc with Portnoy because initially, I think their first round of funding was the Chernin Group. And yeah, man, he was adamant about maintaining 100% creative control. And I was like, they interviewed Peter Chernin on the documentary, and he was like, a lot of my friends were like, what the fuck are you guys doing? But it worked,
Well, I feel like with the Chernin Group specifically, it wouldn't be hard to retain creative control because the Chernins are involved in It's Always Sunny, among other things. They're down with that type of shit. Like Chernin's kids are producers on It's Always Sunny. That family's into that type of shit.
Pretty sure they like wrote an episode or two.
Yeah, I think they did.
Yeah. Somebody's saying on here, DJ's saying it halted because it spiked. Huge buys coming in. Is that a thing?
Someone said, everything trade halted because there was a huge purchase. I don't know the legitimacy of that, so we'll check that. But it's been hanging around at 1365 for about 5 minutes now.
Man, how shady is that shit? Hey, we're going to turn off the stock because there's a huge purchase coming in, guys. So just wait until our clients are able to gain all
their
the
piece.
money they need, and then, boom, get out of it.
They gotta be able to break even. So
there'd be nobody coming in trying to short at this point, right?
Well, they got to recover their shorts because when you short a company, your losses can be almost infinite.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they got to get at least some of that back.
That's funny, man. It's weird just to see this shit just freeze like this. Because, again, general population has no idea what the fuck's going on here. No. At all. You're just kind of watching this, and you're like, oh, hey, man. And then you'll read about this story or hear it on the news. Like, this was on the Gamestop thing was on our local news last night. People were freaking out. Like, in Austin. And I was like, what? Really? And they're like, oh, my God, everybody's buying GameStop. They just love this company. No, they don't. They don't like it. John Shea says the same thing. AMC was just halted again. So, yeah. The richest rich, stick to sports, guys. I definitely will, the richest rich, because I am not a financial guru of any sort whatsoever. I have no idea what I'm doing. We kind of wanted to just follow this story today to see where it went. So we will definitely be sticking with sports because this shit is so wild that I don't. If it weren't for you guys on the message boards, I wouldn't know what's going on. To be honest with you, like I don't. Besides a movie, I can't remember like a stock being halted for something. Besides like Wall Street or fucking Boiler Room or something which is a great movie. So yeah, I'm kind of learning from you guys here off the side of this thing, but it's fun. Smithy Wesson, which is a great name, says AMC is offline on Cash App.
I don't think that's true. I just looked it up, but again, it's not. You know what, Ross? It's not about the destination. It's just about the friends we make along the way.
It is.
Yeah.
It's about the journey. And then John Chet, the same guy, says it now. It just reopened and jumped to 1440. So maybe there is some validity to that, where people are coming in buying huge fucking numbers.
Okay, so in unprecedented move, TD Ameritrade puts restrictions on transactions in GameStop and AMC.
Ah, there you go. And then look, AMC just jumped back up 2 more points. So yeah, there you go.
You're gonna see a lot of shady shit going on today. So hang in tight.
When do they stop it? So when do they stop doing the shady shit, or will this just continue?
Yeah, it just continues. Yeah.
So like, is GameStop currently going through this on other apps?
Yeah, everything. GameStop, AMC, probably BlackBerry, Bed Bath & Beyond. What's Bed Bath & Beyond at right now?
Yeah, look up that, Bob.
Let's look
up that. Dylan Bonney saying stocks equal gambling, stocks equal gambling. Yeah, that's true. It's true.
It's up 13 points today, $50.
Oh my God, dude.
Over the last 5 days, it's doubled. Over the last month, it's basically double, a little more than doubled.
I will say this.
It was $10 in
Yeah, it was 10.
July 2020.
I do love Bed Bath & Beyond as well as AMC. So I get that. The GameStop thing, though, not a video game guy, but there are a lot of people who play out there. And it's fun. But I think we're gonna wrap it up here for the day, and then we'll pop back in. Dan and I will do a live show coming up right around 1:30. So we'll be back on Drinkin' Bros podcast. We have a guest on today. I don't know what he knows about this shit, but we'll ask him this afternoon. Who knows? What if he knows like all this shit?
He's in deep.
He's in super deep because we have a publicist who books a lot of our guests and everything, and it's always a mystery. You don't know what these people like. So what if he's in deep and he just fucking breaks it all down for us?
He's
Cracks
actually
the
not even
codes
paying
today.
attention to the interview. He's just constantly looking at his phone the entire time.
Maybe. Remember we had a homeboy on for the storming of the Capitol?
Well, me and Rob were out sick, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
He had to leave.
But we did see it live. Yeah.
Francis Ellis. And he hit me up afterwards and was like, hey, man, that was still the craziest day ever. And I was like, it is. He was a great guest. We got to get him back on.
I don't know. I don't even know if it's a top one day in 2021. So
Not now,
Yeah.
right? I mean, shit. Again, 27 days in. Nick Grossman Ross is the guest live in studio. No, it's Zoom. A lot of people are still afraid of COVID and things like that. Obviously, the guys from Sons of Liberty Gunworks that were here yesterday don't give a shit about that. So they were rad. They were in studio. And then Steven Ranella, the meat eater, who's on a Sunday night that we interviewed, we did that via Zoom as well. But he's currently in Montana hunting. So that shouldn't be a huge surprise to you. Either way, kids, we appreciate you trying to save the theaters today. We'll get one more last check at AMC. What are we at here?
let's all go to the
Movies. Let's all go to the movies. Let's all go to the movies.
It's 1541.
And have ourselves a snack. Good luck, AMC. I hope you make all your dreams come true today. For everybody who tuned in and for all the people who are new here today, I appreciate the advice and the knowledge and all that stuff.
Thank you for your business.
Thank you for your fucking business, man. For real. And then shout out to the dude who called in. Shit.
Major shouts. Yeah.
Fucking awesome, dude. I learned a lot today. Look, again, we're not financial advisors. We know none of this shit.
Maybe he
And
becomes
yes, we
our
will
stock
stick
show
to sports.
guy.
I know.
Yeah.
Maybe we bring him on to do stonks. Drinkin' Bros stonks. But in the meantime, we'll keep an eye on this all day, and then we'll give you an update when we go live with you at 1:30 Central. I should probably say that. It'll be 2:30 Eastern. So 1:30 Central because we're in Austin, Texas. And this was fun. I'm going to get this audio show up right away, and this will just be a bonus show for the week. So enjoy it. We appreciate you guys tuning in and commenting. Obviously, go to Drinkin' Bros Podcast on iTunes. Rate the show a 5-star and leave a review. It'll help move us up the charts. It's the same way. That's rigged too, man. It's only based on reviews. It's not even like how many fucking millions of listeners you have. So go there and do that now. For Fake Dan, Hot Bob, Giorgio, and his bar mitzvah fund. I'm Ross Patterson. We are the Drinkin' Bros. Good morning.